Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the WID Podcast.
Cool.
Well, sir, episode 84?
84?
No, we're further than that.
No, it's 84.
Now I got you question it?
Yeah.
Way to go.
You do this to me all the time.
Every time. Let's see.
I like it's just 80. We're 80 something in, and we're still like, hey, how does this work?
I know, right? Didn't you tell the guys from the back of the house that we're still new? We're never going to say it. No, you told Matt Lucero that.
Huh? Always. I'll say it. Always.
Always a mulligan. Always.
Yeah.
Back pocket.
I think it was Matt Lucero when we had him on. He was like, "Oh no, you guys are." And you were like, "No, I'm never going to say it."
I'm never going to admit that I know what I'm doing.
84.
So that way I got deniability.
We have it out. So episode 84.
Episode 84. Welcome back to another episode of the WID Podcast.
Nice.
And God damn it, man. Today's been a day. I love it.
Has it?
Oh, yeah. Today's was great, man. I actually got up early and I got shit done. Usually when you call me, you're just like, hey.
What's going on today?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I just got up. Wait, I never hurry up and get anything anymore.
Like it's 12 o'clock, bro.
Yeah, that's what it's great about being on my own time now.
Yeah,
I don't have to do shit about
I
shit.
do miss those days about being a contractor. I was on my own time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm hungover. I'll go at 2. You know?
Yeah. That was a lot of my days, though. Like, just fucking wake up, especially after doing this, get drunk as fuck the night before, and then just slowly ease my way up. My wife, she kind of looks at me. She has this shit, right? I don't think she does it on purpose, too. Like, she'll go and make a fuckload of noise when she's getting ready just so I can get up.
Yeah,
She's like, mom look, it's the mom approach. It's like,
yeah, and she's just like, it must be nice to sleep all day. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't sleep all day.
Whoa.
I'm just ready to go to work. I just go to work at my own pace.
Wait, don't judge.
Yeah, don't judge me, shit. I've busted my ass for the past 20 some odd years, man.
Hey, man.
These past couple of years, I'm like, wow, what the fuck? I don't have to get up at the ass crack of dawn to go to work.
Yeah.
And then have to worry about getting home late as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But those who were wondering, I was like, who's that voice in the background? Who's that stepping in? Mr.Zac Marshall, how are you?
I'm great. I'm better now.
Welcome. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
Cheers to y'all.
Yeah. When you said tequila, and I was like, all right, all right, well, I'm going to get some tequila. I'm over here thinking margaritas and shit. And I'm thinking we're going to take some shots, And I'm like, I was getting ready to do the whole fucking thing. And then I texted you. I was like, hey, I've never had it, by itself, I don't even know exactly how I worded it, but I've only had it fucking with a mix or shots. Mm-hmm. When you told me you drink it like that, I was like, Jesus Christ. Of course, I never had fucking, I guess quality tequila because the Patrons and what's that? God damn it, that shit that makes my head cringe now is Jose Cuervo.
Oh god,
I
don't even touch it. I won't touch it.
Yeah, bro. I told myself that's how I'm gonna quit drinking.
Yeah, that's indigestion right there.
Oh, it's bad, dude. Yeah, we sat there. Sure. Me and a buddy of mine, we killed what do you call the big ones with that fucking handle on it?
Elephant.
Huh?
Oh, it's called a handle.
A handle? Yeah, we killed the fucking handle between me and him.
I think I always call those an elephant foot.
Elephant foot? Or elephant ear, right?
I think it's
oreja de elefante.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
And, man, it was, because I was young. I was fucking young and stupid. But 25 shots apiece, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who would have thought? Anybody can physically drink that shit?
No, I'd be.
I wonder if it, and you hear that with people that do it with tequila. I've heard it. A lot of people can do tequila like that. Of course, I don't know how they really feel the next day, but they're still alive. I wonder if it's something with tequila that your body can process it differently than whiskey or.
So supposedly with mezcal, that is the case. So so I've been. Have y'all been to Oaxaca at all?
No,
I've never been there.
So Oaxaca's my jam. I love it. So I'll go there. I try is the operative word.
That's the West Coast Mexico?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's where mezcal comes from. And they swear that you will not have a hangover from mezcal because of the process behind it.
Okay.
So I gave it a test. So far, they're correct. While in Oaxaca. Now, stateside, I don't know if it's sulfates. I don't know what the hell it is, but that is not the case.
No shit.
I wonder if they put like preservatives or something in it that
has to.
You know what I mean? That changes it.
Yeah. Because if you go overseas, Europe, France or whatever, the red wine, the white wine does not have sulfates. So
Okay.
the hangover, whatever you want to call that, next day is nowhere near the level of what it is stateside.
Oh shit! You know that makes sense.
Leave it to the FDA.
Of
Yeah,
course, man. To put shit,
Ding, 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 ding.
unnecessary shit in your food.
For
We
real.
had this conversation last week about the government fucking shit up. It's like you let them get their hands on something,
They will
fuck it up. And
Yes.
we had a full on conversation about a gas can.
gas can.
Yeah, because I guess I guess the government regulates how gas cans are made, and
Didn't
it's
used to
the
be like
most
that.
stupidest fucking design
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
That's why you got. I mean, now you got the little button, and it doesn't have a vent. You know what I mean?
that's right.
It usually blows up and it'll
Yeah.
split. You know, and it's just it's a stupid design.
Yeah.
it's a stupid design.
Yeah, before you used to be able to leave them on the back of your truck. They would of course swell up with the heat and shit, but I mean, it had some way to vent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, man, them bitches was like
They'll
boom,
split.
explode in the back of your fucking truck.
The ones that I
Holy
have
crap.
now,
Yeah,
they have.
And then how is that any better?
Yeah.
Yeah, not.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the ones I have now have like a seam on them, and that seam usually
Easy
splits.
switch out. Up on top by the handle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Almost every time.
That's an
Yeah.
oxymoron. That's crazy. I don't understand that. at all.
No, it's because it's people.
Gasoline to blow up, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know what it is. Maybe the problem is that there's people in these offices. They're just like, you know what, we can do better, even though I've never had to deal with this shit. A gas can. Or something fucking stupid. You know?
Yeah,
Hey, how
those
about you?
seasons are expensive
Yeah.
too.
Fuck yeah, they're expensive. But
damn.
you somebody, why can't somebody who works in the field design this shit?
Right.
You know, somebody who's fucks with this shit every day.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Go fucking figure.
But again, leave it to the government.
The government.
The government.
The government.
Man, what's up?
No, I was gonna. We introduced Zach, but I mean, if anybody doesn't know, this is Zac Marshall from the Marshall Pint. Can we say that, or would you rather? It's too late now. Is it the Marshall Pint?
No, we can edit it.
Yes.
Okay, the Marshall Pint, and then Redemption.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Those two. So the pint is what it's referred to is, I guess, is my other child, if you will. So that's where I'm at most of my day in and day out. And then my hobby, my passion is jujitsu. And so that is Redemption, RJJ, jujitsu. So that is if I could, if my body could hold up, I would be there every day, all day, both training, coaching, watching, learning.
Wow. So you're all in. You're all in with the jiu-jitsu.
I am.
I heard,
Yes.
I hear people, that get into it, and then it's like it's something they dabble in at first, and then all of a sudden, when I see them
sucked
next,
in.
they're just all in.
It's the bug, yeah.
Do you like chess?
No.
That's what I equivalent. That's what my equivalent of how I look at jiu-jitsu is it's a chess match. I mean, is that
Well,
right?
it's strategy, right? Because
It's strategy, and you're always looking steps ahead.
I see it as both as human chess, and I also see it as, because I'm a closet gamer.
Okay.
So as you level up, you get new attributes, if you will. You get better stamina, cardio. You have new tricks. You have new abilities, if you will. And so it is absolutely amazing, both of what the art provides, but then of how it floods over into your life.
Yeah.
You have this guy, whomever it is, they're 350, 400 pounds, and they're on top of you, and you think you're going to die,
Yeah.
but you make it. And then soon, or maybe not soon, just depending, you start to be able to handle yourself in just way environments that are not in your favor, and you overcome and you succeed, and just by that, it just makes you more resilient. It makes you more positive in negative situations, because you're able to watch your breathing, slow down. I'm like, okay, what do I need to focus on? Even if it's a very intense situation, you're able to not stop time, of course. I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
So once I get there, I'll let you know. But you're able to see more and able to just react better.
Yeah. Dude, that's fucking. I would.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put it, because I see it sometimes, man, as like the great equalizer between, it's because it's all skill, and I've seen, of course, I watch a lot of videos, and I watch, and these girls that are learning jiu-jitsu, and it's just like, all right, now there's a 150-pound girl that's choking out this 220-pound dude, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How is that? Of course, me and my fucking primal brain, that doesn't, it's hard for me to compute that, I mean, she's only 150 pounds.
Yeah.
But hey, this fucking neck, all it needs is a certain amount of pressure, and boom, you're out. You know what I mean? And that's badass, man.
Whenever my friend Snoopy would go to the bar sometimes, and I would just talk to him, and we would just be like, just sitting there. We were just drinking at the bar and just kind of looking, and he would be like, "See that guy's collar, the way he's sitting." I'm like, I was like, yeah. He was like, grab. He's just right there. He's like, I can just grab. He's like, I can put that guy to sleep like right now, like no problem. Like he wouldn't even be able to react fast. And I was like, is that what you're thinking about right now?
You psychopath?
Yeah.
But he couldn't help it, man. He couldn't help it. He was always looking for like angles on people, how people were situated, just like.
But that's cool though.
He couldn't help it.
Yeah, but that's cool though. I mean, that's a good thing to have, because I'm like, when he was talking about, you're able to like calm yourself down and figure out how to get out with that. A lot of these people, of course, I'm include me in it. When shit like that goes down, I go red, where I'm like, I can't think. I can't fucking there you go. Everything closes into this fucking tunnel, and I'm just like, it sometimes I get myself out of it, but it's never with the fight. It's never with the fucking, like when shit goes south.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, stop, think about what you're doing, and then, handle, it's shit at work,
It's blind rage.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
And I just, dude, of course, I guess with my kids, for instance, like when shit happens and they're freaking out, and I'm like, yo, calm the fuck down. I'm freaking out too, but I'm like, calm down. Everybody's screaming and no one can fucking think, and shit can go south even more because everybody's just going fucking batshit. But when you can sit there, especially when you're sitting there, rolling around with some dude, you get a chance to fucking stop, think about what you're doing. And that's fucking cool, because I mean that's a badass skill.
Yeah.
That a lot of these people do not. Once shit hits the fan, everybody's just fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, I think that is both the scariest thing, and it is the aspect that is malignant. So if you have a situation where this guy's going red, and you come at him, but you're calm, collect, your body language, your voice is low, slow, then that is scary as hell to someone who's just going like blind rage. You're like, I don't know what to do with you. I'm expecting you to go blind rage too. Then you have, in terms of the opposite, where it is malignant, you have family, people that you care about, or just a populace that's freaking out, and then you come in, and you still don't. You may be freaking out too. You may have no idea, but you're calm, collect. Then that, like, okay, it's not as bad, even though there's a tornado that's landed and everything's blowing up. Yeah. You're like, okay, we're going to go this way, and then after that, we're going to go this way, and then here, I need you to do this. That's far better, far harder to do when you're in situations that you don't have experience in.
Yeah.
So that's where it does become to training, just to be cliche, and just pressure tested. Without the pressure test, it's good luck. Good luck. And then it does go instinctual, where maybe you're just born better under stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not.
You got a more manageable flight or fight response.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, we've had some shit, of course, like tornadoes, like you were talking about, and some fires, where everybody starts freaking the fuck out, and I gravitate to those people that are just like, all right.
Kind of like a trial by fire situation. Like,
there you go. And
I've been in tough spots before, so I can handle being in a tough spot.
And you see those people, because you see the ones freaking out, and you see the ones like, all right, well, let's be calm and cool. And I'm like, I'm going to gravitate towards you, because you're just like, there you go. That shit right there.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Calm down. Yeah. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
But no, that's badass. I've always wanted to, dude. What holds me back is my weight. I'm just like, I'm too big for that.
But to me, because I hear that all the time.
Do you really?
Right, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym, and I'll come back and see you. I'm going to go do this, and I'll come back and see you. The time is now, because you're not getting any younger.
No.
You may or may not find a diet. You may not find a regiment of what you do. So it is now. and you just work through it.
Yeah.
It is, to me, a farce, a fallacy, a disservice to try and figure it out first.
Yes.
It is, if you have an interest, maybe, and I'm not saying it has to be jiu-jitsu, it may be rowing, it may be whatever the fuck it is, whatever you seem to, I don't know, for whatever reason I like that. It's just, but it equates to a physical activity or what that looks like.
Yeah.
It's just go.
Yeah. No, I got you, man.
Yeah.
I think to me, my motivation was like, fuck, I'm sick and tired of getting choked out.
Yeah. No, that's it. Now, jiu-jitsu, like most things, is far different. Now, I mean, you have that. But I've been doing this for 15 years, and it's a lot different. Before, it was like you square up, and you just see, okay, who's tough? You're throwing, you're kicking, you're doing all the things. Jiu-jitsu, maybe. Yeah. Boxing, maybe. Muay Thai, maybe. You're just throwing to see who's tough. And now the higher acumen is much more widespread. So you have the ability to not get hurt like where I came from.
Yeah.
It was fight clubs where you just get hurt.
Yeah.
And that's not good, obviously, for yourself, but it's not good for your partners. So it's far better to have a different approach where you don't just square up and brawl. You do have a process. You do have a curriculum.
You kind of use it.
There's a saying. I don't know if it's a saying, but I've heard it before from other people that a boxer can always beat a brawler.
Yep.
Because a brawler is just out there just swing for the fences. A boxer's got more. He's got a plan. You know what I mean? And he's got more, like he's got this whole process thought out of how he's going to do it, how he's going to bait this guy in. He's strategic. Yeah, he's strategic about it, versus a brawler that's just he's going to air out the gas tank, you know what I mean?
I just saw a video just yesterday, and it's a tattoo parlor, and I don't know what, of course, it's just a blurb, just a reel, so it's, 30 seconds long. But the tattooist and the person get into an altercation, and something goes down, and they just start swinging, and it is like just this windmills thing. It's so, I don't know what the word is. I was going to say ineffective. And
he's just like throwing his arms.
He's just throwing, and then you watch a
like kid throwing a tantrum
or MMA fight, and it's just straight, or again, there's strategy, there's wrestling or whatever. But that's the difference.
Yeah.
That you see someone, they're drunk or they're emotionally charged, and all you have to do is step out, block, and the next one is going to be the money shot.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. No. Yeah. Dude, it's such a bad. I mean, of course, I have a habit now of looking at people when I'm in bars, just like that, with the cauliflower ear, and I'm like, because I know. I was like, all right, I want to know who not to talk shit to. Which I don't talk shit, I don't talk shit. But sometimes, we were saying alcohol gets a little involved, and I'm just like, usually the guys with the cauliflower ears, man, they're the coolest fucking people on the planet. Because they've
been humbled already.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Every day.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Because I'm like, they just know.
So.
They just know they can fuck you up.
Because there's always somebody that's better than you.
Yeah.
Well, it's both that you've been humbled, and then what he's saying. But it's also you've seen so many people come to the gym, or at the bars or whatever, and they just think they know it.
Yeah.
And it's just blind pseudo knowledge. So you deal with someone like that. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy where they just come at you, and you're just like, it's not as bold as watching The Matrix, but almost where they're just coming at you, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like if they're coming in slow motion almost.
Or you just dip and you just take them down.
Yeah.
It's
because I find it funny when some of those guys are like, "Oh, bro, you don't want to make me mad because I'll see fucking red and that's it."
Yeah.
Everybody gets it, and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
Everybody gets it, huh?
Yeah, everybody gets it.
You're like, okay.
Okay, buddy, calm down.
Yeah.
Drink your beer.
Yeah.
It's. Are there any big dudes that do jiu-jitsu?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I
I gotta know because I'm like,
yes, we've had I won't say his name. Just yeah.
Yeah.
But he's my age, unfortunately. But 6'7", about 400 pounds. Now, I have not seen him in a bit. But outside of him, we have another guy who comes to my classes regularly, and he's 230, so that's not like an outrageous weight. Mm-hmm. But this guy is just a brick shit house. He's just all muscle. He's intelligent, and he's a blue belt. But he's athletic. He has a history of athleticism. Oh my gosh! So, and he is, when you say bigger dudes, he is, I would say, one of the smaller ones. But of the bigger dudes, he is, of that belt rank, he is scary.
Oh shit! Okay.
And of course, when we spar, or we call roll, it's not scary. But if you ever turned it on, it would be.
It could get pretty bad.
Fascinating, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Isn't that crazy too? Like everybody has that. Everybody's like, we're sparring, so it's like half speed, you know. But when you really are serious, like it's a serious fight. There's a whole different. You find another level.
No.
Like, well, everybody has it. Like everybody has it. You can. Well, I say that because some people can't play.
Nah, bro. I was like, we worked around some fucking idiots.
Yeah, there's some people that can't play. You know,
no, they can't. But those, and I do what you're talking about. But those guys, gals, they usually don't last because they can't take it.
Yeah.
Is it like a hit to their ego?
I think so.
Is that it?
It is, because they're used to being confronted with someone who can't take it, or they are overwhelmed.
Okay, yeah.
But then, like this guy I'm talking about, who's 220, 230, intelligent, all just muscled up here. He is so used to being that guy. So whenever he's working with you or someone else, he's very gentle. So it's been like, it's me, and I've been for months. I'm like, dude, you got to go. Dude, you got to go. Just go. I want you to bully me. Just be a bully. Just go. Just fucking go. And so now he is with me. And holy shit, the guy's a Mack truck. He just, it's just like, what is the superhero? He just runs through walls.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut. He's just like him. He's just like boom, 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 boom.
No shit.
But it's beautiful. And then afterwards, he's like, God, that was so amazing. Thank you so much. He's just like a child in
release.
Yes. He just can go. I mean, he can. Yeah. So, that's and I don't say that to intimidate, but he, in terms of the individual, just like school or whatever, each individual, male or female, needs that pathway.
Yeah.
And so it is him to find that. Both he's jiu-jitsu, so he's now way flourished, because that his mind loves it too, like what you said, like human chess and so forth. But then to get that release, like, okay, I can just go hard. I can just go.
Yeah.
And he's just like, woosah.
Oh man,
it's fun.
That actually sounds like, you know, I don't think I could handle it,
because it does take trust.
I think you could.
Yes, it takes trust, and that's what you have to find the words, right, to convey what you need or what you're seeking. And before you find it, you don't have the words yet, you know?
Yeah.
You can't articulate it. And even sometimes when you find it, you haven't found the word yet to embody what you found or need. So then
that's deep.
To see that light bulb go off, I'm like, okay, I found it, and I found the word to convey what I need. Just like, oh, okay, wow, okay, I'm here now.
That is awesome.
Yeah, bro.
You explained that so badass.
Yeah, I would try to find that at the bottom of a fucking bag of shrooms.
Hell yeah.
Because it's
take me to a dealer.
You know, it's because that's what I like that. What do they call that? Is it an ego death? Because
I think so. That's part of the humbling thing, right? Like that's I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is. Because the only way I can relate it is to where I'm stuck in my ego. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just like I want to. Yeah, I see other people. Yes, I've seen Fight Club.
I think that's like the premise. Oh, my bad. Did I just fuck it up for you?
No.
Okay. I just kind of think like
we don't talk about Fight Club.
You're right. Have you ever seen this movie? But I think that's the whole thing with all the guys that want to join the club, is because it gives them. I think there's a sense of belonging, yes, but I think it's the release. It's like
it is.
They just get to But even though they get their ass kicked, some of them get, their stitches the next day and everything. It doesn't matter. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I just went through a war and I feel amazing now.
But to me, it's the experience. But to me, what furthers that depth is to find the way to convey it, to find the words.
Yeah.
So through all my growth and ungrowth, is trying to find, okay, what are the parts about me that I don't like, that are mid, as they say nowadays, and then and then the parts that I really do enjoy.
Yeah.
So I personally need the words. I need the words to, not because I journal, but so I can pinpoint for the hope of the next step.
Okay.
So to either tear it apart because I don't like that, and clearly I don't think they like it either. So I need to work on that. So if I can name it, if I can label it, and do that as accurately as possible, it's much easier to dissect and then rebuild, and vice versa on the pieces that you enjoy or love about yourself. Like, okay, well that brings joy. Okay, why does that bring joy? Is that because I just fucked him up? Okay, well there's a lot more going on there.
Yes.
Because it can't be just a destruction of someone else. Like that's ungood.
Yeah.
So what is that? So that's what I.
It's like a never-ending growth process.
It's never-ending.
Right.
And so, yeah.
Because, like you said, you can break it down. You can break the move down and almost create your own version of that move that works for you, you know? And then maybe even to the point where you can apply it to different situations. Like, this guy weighs 200 pounds. This guy weighs 160 pounds. I have to do this version of that move on this guy versus this version of that move on this guy because it's different situations.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
To me, it's like,
I'm all like
I would do that, and I get the words that he's talking about, but to me, I'd be chasing a feeling, where it's just like, because I see these guys, man, like you, for instance, or I see it out of you sometimes, where it's just like, you're just like this chill, this fucking like this. There's not this ego thing.
Oh.
And I feel like sometimes I'm just like, what's my deal? Like, I just want to be happier. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just want to be happy. I want to just quit holding on to so much shit.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? And I see people when they talk about rolling or they talk about sports and stuff like that. I'm just like, God, I can't find that.
To pick on that statement, to me, you chasing the feeling is topical.
Okay.
So then you find that feeling, you go roll and you get your first tap. You're like, fuck yeah, I just tapped that motherfucker. So then you do that a second time and a third time. But then that's the addiction is the ego, and the ego is so hard to put aside. But then once you start to find out the why and the growth to be more broad, I think that is where you start to find, at least I do, the actual words to what does that look like? Why? And then how can I transition that that ego dump or explosion, not just into like a fuck yeah, I tapped him, and that feeling is so good, like a runner's high. How can I make that bigger and more deep by way of just seeking the depth of the clarity of what that looks like? And then the defeat, because the defeat is the same fucking picture, but it's murky, because you go and you just get your ass handed to you, especially after you have some experience. You're like, okay, I'm fucking stupid. I should never do this. I don't even know why I'm here. That's
where a lot of people just drop off. Yeah.
So it's for me, if I can accurately find those words, the both sides of the bell curve, if you will, are easier to work through, because it's easier to work through when you just beat everyone. But jiu-jitsu, that is the only martial art I've kept doing, is because there is no consistency of fucking people up.
Yeah.
It's like, it may be a week, and then the next week I just get rolled. Rolled, or someone comes into out of town. So like this Sunday, we have Rafael Formiga come. He's a 11-time world champion.
It sounds Brazilian.
He is.
Okay.
He is, and he's my weight. And he comes in. He's like, and he has, he just comes in. He's very humble, and he just fucking, he will roll with all, I don't know, 50 people in one sitting, and he's just like flowing.
That's wild.
It's wild. It is wild. So it's.
But to come in, that's what I guess I would love to chase that. I would love to have that where you come in and you're just like, you're humble. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm not, but I'm just saying that it's just that it just feels like the weight of they just don't have as much weight.
Because I'm not humble. I don't find myself that humble at all. But the experience has shown me if I'm not going to be humble, I need to act humble.
Yeah.
Because I know once I start to not just act a fool, but once I start to be like, oh, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. And for sure that I'm wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
For sure. Overconfidence.
For sure. And not so much overconfidence, but I think it's just staying in a state of being humble.
Yeah.
And again, not to put that where you see yourself smaller or a belittling type, but you just understand that life is precious.
Yeah.
And so it is better, as you said before we started, at least I see the truths there from my past experiences, that it is better to shut the fuck up and listen most of the time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it does act where you do need to show prowess. You do need
Yes.
You do need, because they are the opposite.
Yeah. It's situational.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fucking, that's well said shit. Because I mean, it's a lot. It's kind of weird because I'm kind of at a loss for words, because it's a lot to take in, and I can see myself in a lot of it. You know what I mean? Where it's just like when you're talking about, you know, there's a lot of people that when you say humble, you feel like you're not humble. You get to the point where you're not, but you become self-aware that it's like, hey, wait, what I just said was not right.
Yeah.
Or the way I just felt was not right. You know, and there's some people that I know that, of course, they'll never admit to it, but you can see it clear as day. You know, I've had my moments too where it's just like you don't become aware, you know, and you just let that get carried away, and then someone else comes and just sets you straight. And you're just like, oh fuck, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah, we just got through the gal that I'm seeing right now. We just got through a very long court situation. And so this individual was coming at us with a lot of just straight up lies, wrong allegation, and not just wrong allegations, just false allegations, with the sole purpose to make him make themselves better. And so then now we come to the final court date, and we won. Now I wasn't involved, but I was included, and we won. So the next time we see that person, there is such an overwhelming desire to be like, yeah, bitch, you just got fucking rolled, you know? And so you have that opportunity, and then whether it's taken or not, you see not that they are deflated, because the first impression was that they're not deflated. So that makes you even want to go more. But no matter, the experience has shown is that I don't have to.
Yeah.
The propensity to do so is so strong. It's almost overwhelmingly, you know, to do so. But it's so far better to look around and be like, you know what, we got ours.
Yeah.
You did not get yours. They don't have to know that. But the comfort is that I do, and that's enough. And I hope you find yours. So you know.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's pretty cool, because I've been sued, and when I was done, I was like, suck this dick.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
You know, I'm like, $500,000 right there, motherfucker. Yes, right there. Yeah. You know, because it was a bullshit. It was a bullshit case.
I remember. Yeah.
You know, it was a bullshit case.
Yeah.
And it was just like, when I first got into it, God, I was scared half to death, and I'm like, oh my God, everything that I've ever worked for is gone. You know, I've never been sued before.
Yeah.
So, dude, that was like a whole fucking 2 years of just being fucking scared to death. You know?
Yeah, you are. You're like, okay, everything's being recorded. You know, I didn't
Yes.
know this being recorded, and I'm like, oh my! I was trying to help you. I'm trying to and then I find out that's usually against me, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh god.
That really put a fucking a knife through my heart how I treat people, you know, and I want to get away from that. You know, it did. I guess it made a little piece of my heart a little calloused.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and I don't want to be that guy. You know, so that's why I'm trying to work through that. I've been trying to work through that. I've been trying to be a little bit better person.
And for me, you know, in hindsight, and not just in hindsight, but currently, you just see, I don't have to do that for you. You clearly have all the work cut out for you, and you're going to find it or you're not going to find it, and that's not, the onus is not on me.
Yes.
So as an individual and as a for sure lover of life, bro, I hope you find it. But if not, you know, we got one life. So yeah, you do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be the butt of your shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, I learned that.
This is such a badass conversation. I'm like,
Well,
it's
growing, bro.
Yeah.
It's a growing thing. And I mean, of course, we talked about this before. There's a lot of people out there that just hold a lot of animosity over fucking nothing, bro.
I hold
over
in
nothing.
shit all the time. I know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and just you're mad at this dude. I'm like, dude, that guy's not even thinking about you.
Yeah.
You know, and you're making this
two shits.
Yes, exactly. You know, you're worried about his whole shit. He's not thinking about you. You're wasting all this time.
Yeah.
You're wasting fucking time being mad at somebody that what, man? You don't wake up. He don't wake you up. He don't pay your fucking bills. He don't fucking do
That's
nothing
what happens
for
to
you.
me at work. Is that I end up blowing up at work.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, fuck.
Well, the guy you blow up at, I get it.
Yeah.
I fucking
Yeah,
get
but
it.
I shouldn't do that.
No, he's the boss. He's
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean, it's just I hold it in and I hold it in, and before you know it, I have a month's worth of shit that I put up with, and I'm like, you know what? Not holding it in no more.
Everybody's
And then
getting it.
Everybody gets it.
Well, no, I do feel that because I mean, I do not micromanage. I am a cliche entrepreneur. I am macro inclined. I have all the ideas. I can execute well, but you come to the details afterwards.
yeah.
Good luck. You know,
Figure it out, guys.
yeah. So, but I'm very, very clear about my parameters, how I work, and I've definitely learned a lot. So I am better about the details. But the folks that have worked with me for years and understand me and understand the parameters, when I come in and I see those parameters have been breached, I am your fucking coffee. I am your fucking coffee, because that is negligence, and you did that not on purpose, but you had too much to drink, or you're going through a bad time.
Yeah.
But I give two shits, because that is a negligent type
Yes.
something. So therefore, I do understand that where you have to be the coffee for some people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I feel sorry for one of my customers because that's me. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to deal with your shit. You know, and it sucks, dude, because I'm like, I work by myself. You know, I spend literally 90% of my day by myself. You know, of course, I'm a contractor, and sometimes I feel, like I've told you, I wake up sometimes, I'm like, damn, man, I'm not giving these people what they're paying for. Even though I am, I just don't feel like I'm doing enough.
Yeah.
You know, and there's just some times where I'm just like, God, and then when you say that, I'm like, you know what, that's exactly what they're thinking. You know, they're just like, because it's hard. It's hard. It's like, you want me to, I'll do X, Y, and Z, and I'll make sure everything runs the way it's supposed to. You know, by myself, you know, I'm running like multiple facilities that make over $5-10 million a year, you know, by myself, you know, and I feel like sometimes not appreciated, but I'm like, hold on, I work for myself. Who the fuck? You know, they hired me to do a job, you know, and yes, it gets done, but it could get done a little sooner, you know?
Right.
So, and maybe that's it. Maybe I don't know what I'm going to tell them. I was like, you need to be my coffee. You need to hold me accountable to some of this shit.
Hell yeah.
You know, even though, hey, you get exactly what you paid for. You know what I mean? I make sure that everything's running top notch, and you know.
The truth is, and I tell you all the time, you actually do a lot more than what's really required of you to do, because you do.
I've had other jobs where I'm just like, oh my God, is there anything else I can do? They're like, no, man, this is it. And,
and it's good that you have him, because my experience of people like yourself is that you don't have, to be an attaboy, and I think by nature of most of us need that, or the opposite. Hey, you fucked up. But
yes.
But if it's all you don't have that.
Yeah.
So you don't have a him. And whether it's positive or negative, you need those checks and balances.
Yeah.
And it's just I think it's very rare for someone to have all that shit.
Yeah. Well, I try to surround myself, like my wife. She sets me straight quick as fuck.
Oh, they're good at that, aren't they?
That's her job.
They're great.
They're good at that.
Of course, he does too. Fuck, there's sometimes I'll say shit, and he's just like, "Nah, man, that's stupid." I was like, "You know what? Hold on, let me stop and examine what you just said."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hey, all right, it was stupid.
That's
stupid.
great. I'll never use that.
Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna go cry. Are you crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying. What the fuck?" But yeah, you're right. You do got to. I have that. I have that support system.
Yeah.
But fuck, sometimes it's just like, I'm right. I want to be right.
Always.
Everybody's wrong.
I think as
the ego,
just in
man,
general,
that ego.
I was about to say, just
so
in general,
that
as men, the ego is our fucking worst enemy. Like, we just can't help it. It's just in our nature as men.
No.
It's just built into us. So,
like, this is wrong. This is,
you know what I mean? Exactly, right? Exactly. I was like, what's he doing?
Yeah. But it's just, that ego. I mean, every day, that is, I guess, go back to jiu-jitsu. Every day, I am petrified to get on those mats. And it's not, some of it's rational, some of it's irrational.
Irrational, yeah.
But it's that, I don't know, the fear, the beauty, all of that. But I'm scared to death.
Yeah.
And then I get on there, and then I'm at home.
Yeah. It's funny you say that. God, it was so funny you say that, because everybody who has sat in that chair, I build them up. Just like, oh, man, I hope this turns out good. I hope I know what to say and shit like that. Because I'll be honest, I did look you up a little bit. I'm kind of, because you want to know. You don't want to go in there blind.
No, you have
blinded.
to. You got to, yeah.
So, like, I had you built up to this. And I tell you, every time I was like, fuck, every time we do a fucking podcast, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
So what do we have to talk to this
guy about?
Like, he doesn't even, like,
yeah,
I was like, it's just like every single one that we've always done. We're just talking.
Yeah, it's like this imposter syndrome that comes over.
Yeah.
I'm like, who the fuck
that's
am
so
I,
hard.
Bro? Who the fuck am I to be, talking to just random people?
Yeah.
And then they come and sit down, and they're just like, oh, dude, I did all that build up for what? And I'm not saying you're not, it's just in my head.
Man, that's good.
And then you're right. I do go home, and it's just like, oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Because it's the same here. I'm coming, and I'm like, well, here we go. Here we go. I don't know.
Stepping off a ledge.
Yeah. But you weren't nervous coming here. You weren't nervous coming on, were you?
No, but I think that's, I guess, just to beat the dead horse. It's just, I pride myself on being uncomfortable, and I have been for so many years.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I'm not uncomfortable, if I don't have that icky feeling, then I'm doing something wrong.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. I'm familiar with that.
So if a week or 2 weeks goes by, I'm like, man, nothing seems hard. It just seems pretty easy. I'm like, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And not that I need to make drastic changes, but I need to evaluate. And it may conclude that everything is copacetic. Mm-hmm. But most of the time it's like, I'm getting complacent, and I need to ruffle some some feathers.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. Except my problem is I go and start fucking shit up. I'm just like, nope, this switch ain't gonna work. This is going too easy.
Throw all these cameras away.
Yeah, start all over. Get brand new cameras.
Oh God.
Or at work, man, that's crazy. I totally get that. Fuck. Yeah. I try to fucking correct myself, man, but God damn it.
The thing that I've always liked about, so I never took jiu-jitsu. I was in Taekwondo when I was a kid, and I've always had friends that are, like my friend Snoop was in jiu-jitsu, but I've always been the mentality of people that are really into martial arts. To me, it's like something that you could apply to life, like the discipline of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's cool. Like especially when you meet like really older guys that have been doing some type of martial art like their whole life. I feel like, man, this guy has it figured out. I don't know why. I just like, he's got it figured out.
Like this whole chill, give a shit attitude.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm chasing that.
He could always apply something from a lesson or a fight that he's had or something to life.
Yeah.
And it's wild.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, who is this guy? He's like a, you know.
Mr. Miyagi, bro.
Yeah, basically. There you go.
Miyagi.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
But it's wild, man. Like martial arts it's cool. It's really cool.
How's the bar scene in downtown? I know we're kind of
where we are, it's okay. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
The incidences, that have happened in the last couple of years have definitely hurt downtown. They've hurt downtown in terms of business. They've hurt downtown in terms of perception. So I can't tell you how many times I hear from usually women that say, I don't go downtown, which is accurate. I understand that. I don't judge because of the situations that have happened over the last few years.
Okay.
Very unfortunate. Outside of those, it's great. It's good. But to me, it's always a fine line. That's why I've always tried to pigeonhole us or convey to San Angelo, not that we're different by way of we are highbrow, but that we are safe.
Yeah.
So if your girlfriend, wife, whatever, just a single female comes in, that they are safe.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there's caveats to that where that can, it can be contrarian to that, but we are strict regarding TABC laws in terms of over-serving and so forth. Not to be dicks, but just because, as we were talking before we started, there's just a fine line of where people just get stupid.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the conversation that we're having is all great and fun, and then just you go over, and then a trigger's hit.
Yeah.
So, not to stay dark or go dark, but it is dark is very close to alcohol environments. So that's what I don't like, but that's why I love the bar that I have, is because it is not that. The alcohol, in my opinion, is there to propagate conversation, is to propagate what we're doing now.
Okay. That's what it feels like there too.
It's a nice environment.
I've been there.
Of course, we've always had that conversation. It's like, why is downtown turning into what it is? Of course, we see it from the outside in. We're not I'm not in the bars every weekend. You know what I mean? But I have noticed a slowdown of people going downtown.
Big time.
And of course, we have all our fucking theories and shit of what it is. Too much. The upstep and police presence. The fucking.
Sometimes I feel like, is it a generation thing? Like, I feel like our generation used to go out and party like heavy.
Yeah.
We had grams. You had when downtown first started getting started, everybody gravitated downtown, and then I feel like this newer generation doesn't go out as much.
Yeah. Well, what closed down? We just got Dead Horse that closed down. Chadwick Tavern closed. I think there was some other shit, but they just reopened as Up and Down.
Yep.
Raw 1890, whatever the fuck it was, that wine bar. Yeah, they closed that bar down.
Yeah.
So I always feel like it might be, you're right.
Is Fat Boss still open?
Yes.
Yes, Fat Boss still open.
Yes.
I think they bought the Dead Horse building, so they'll be moving over because I think they're renting the building they're in now.
Oh, okay.
So
which I need to talk to Little Dog and see if he was ready to come back on. We had him on very early on.
Yeah. Nice.
But I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm kind of curious.
I think he's at Up and Down Bar right now.
Is that where he's at now?
I think, but I don't want to speak out of turn.
I have to holler at him. Yeah.
Yeah.
To give him a holler.
Good people.
He had anything to do with Up and Down?
I'm sorry.
Does he have anything to do with Up and Down? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't want to. I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to get him back on so we can actually ask him and talk to him a little bit about it.
Yeah, man, because he was cool as shit, man. We didn't even talk about the bar. He talked about this whole journey that you took. Oh, man, this camp that he went to.
He was going through some crazy shit in his own personal life. And he actually talked about it, on the podcast. Good. Yeah. And I think that actually helped him getting it out,
Yeah.
So
think you have to, man. When you go through some trauma, some drama, I think the catharsis is just to talk.
Yeah.
Just to get it out. Just,
Yes.
you know, over and over again.
Like the one thing that I really, really try to hit on is the people like that start a business, you know, and it doesn't pan out, you know, and you get this, you make it your whole identity.
Yep.
You know, and then you just feel like a failure. And of course, because I've been through it, you know, 2019, I had to close my business. And I thought I'm the biggest fucking loser on the planet. You know what I mean? I couldn't even get this going. You know, and I got a real close family member. I feel like he's going through the same thing. And I'm just like, he don't want to hear nothing of it. You know, he's like, nah, I don't want to hear. You don't know what I've been through and stuff like that. I was like, dude, I know exactly what you feel like. And it's not over. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, man. You just got to, you know, get up and
keep on
Joe
trucking.
Dirt said, keep on keeping on.
Well, and how you conveyed yourself early on today is like how an entrepreneur is. You know, you have the big ideas, you have the thoughts and so forth, and so it is. So usually there is a fail, and so it is it's learning that isn't the end of the road.
Yes.
So do y'all, is it Gary V?
Yeah.
Gary V. Yeah. But he talks a lot about that, and so I use him a lot, his words a lot, because it's so hard. It's so hard to have your own business.
God damn, yeah, it is.
You know, it is so freaking hard. It is by way of staff, by way of patrons. You're trying to acquire patrons, to vendors, to just bills. So you need someone, if you don't have someone in your pocket, to be your cheerleader or just a sounding board, because it's next level.
Yeah, it is, man. It'll work on somebody so mentally so bad.
Fuck yeah.
That's kind of the birth of this podcast.
Yeah.
Because we both have jobs where we work by ourselves so much. And then, you know, we're going through shit too. Like him working for himself. I used to do what he does. I work for a company, but I'm still by myself. I'm still dealing with the same shit. It kind of feels like I work for myself.
Yeah.
But it's like we need to, like, we got to get shit off our chest. You know what I mean? So that was kind of the birth of this whole thing. We just needed to talk. We needed to take a day out of the week to just
The mind-blowing part.
What did you call it? You called it our mental dump, or
just a Wednesday, just mental fucking dump. Just dump it the fuck out, because
it's like therapy.
There you go. Don't carry it on with you tomorrow. You know, hey, bring it on here, dump it out. Because here's the crazy part, and I've got this before. People are like, dude, the shit you said in that podcast I listened to, fuck, it changed my perspective, man. It changed what I thought. I thought, you know, this is it. This is hang up my fucking hat, and I'll just go. You know, I'll throw all of my life down. And I'll just go on idle.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just like, man, there's some of the stuff. And I was like, I don't even know what I said half the time. You know, you know, but they were like, yeah, what you said, man, it really it just put me in another gear. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, this isn't the end.
Yeah,
you know,
that's where it's at.
Yeah, that's where it's at. It's like, oh fuck, okay, I'm glad someone was listening. And the other thing was like, bro, if you ever have fucking thoughts, of course, suicide's a big thing for me.
Yeah, same. So all my ink.
Oh, really?
Is it really?
All of it.
Yeah,
all of it.
I'm here, dude. I was like, I can find out that I can put another number on my phone. I didn't know I could do that. SIM card. Because right now it's just eSIM is what they call it. But I thought about getting another number, kind of put it on here. I'm like, dude, if anybody ever wants to talk, you know, I'm here to listen. I'm here to listen. Because, dude, I have maybe not gotten to the point where I reached those dark times. I did. But, dude, sometimes you just need somebody just like, I don't talk. I just need to need you to just listen.
Yeah,
hey,
just shut the fuck up and listen. Yeah,
I just need you to shut the fuck up, because I don't need what I can fix. I don't need a solution. I just need somebody to vent it to.
Yeah,
you know, I'm all here for that, dude. Because I've been there. God damn, it's the most shittiest fucking thing where you feel like you're alone.
Yeah,
it's an ugly feeling.
I'm on the board of West Texas Counseling of their suicide division.
Okay,
and so we just met, I guess, a few weeks ago. And it's men like us that are the prime, you know, participants, if you will, of suicide, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, of course, it happens in all ages, but the biggest problem area, not the biggest, but a large area, is knowing where the avenue is, knowing that's confidential, and that it's, I guess, just those two things are it in other words or phrases and so forth, because you can't be a man to do that. You can't know that your big brother, sister, or family, or wife or girlfriend knows that you are having a hard time. So having been so intimate about that situation, and very intimate, it's fucking hard. So how do you get those avenues in place with the stigmas that are so loud? Because you can hear all day, every day, that it's okay, to be soft. Well, fuck you, it's not.
Yeah.
Now it may be for some people, but in other people, whether you're in a gang, whether you have a corporation, or you're a janitor or whatever, no matter what, because of your own stigmas or your family or the people that you're with, that ain't fucking okay. Yeah. So how do you reach those people that make it not okay, but it's silenced enough that you can get help to not blow your head off or do something like that? Like, I
think the biggest way, man, is to know that there's just people out there.
Yeah.
Just know that, hey, man, this guy's just, I don't know him. I don't know him from fucking the next guy. I mean, I know he's not going to go spill my beans. And you're right, the confidential part, I can just go, let me just vent to this guy. Because it's almost like seeing a therapist that you're not paying for.
Yep.
Just like, you're right, because during the time of some dark shit, I didn't want my wife or kids, because you feel like a failure. You're just like, I'm not man enough. I'm not man enough, and I don't need you to know that, because I don't want you to see me in a different light.
That's right. That's right.
So
you got to hold that image up.
Fuck, dude, it's a hard thing knowing you got to go home, smile and shit, knowing inside that for you
you're providing, you're a good dad.
Yes,
and then you fail. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You can't have that on you.
Nah, man.
You can't have it on you.
It's a hard thing, and I think
because then you will. You're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And then you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the reason, of course, I talk about it because my wife, it happened to my wife. Her father passed that way, and it was just like I never saw the signs. You know what I mean? And now that after it did, I'm like, oh, it's easier to recognize.
Yep.
You're just like, hey, you're going through these problems all of a sudden, you're just walking around with this weight's off. It's just like, I'm done. We talked about this earlier, that some people, and I don't know what the saying is, right? But some people prepare themselves.
Before
they go.
Oh, big time.
Subconsciously, they don't even know they're fucking doing it. They'll get their affairs in order. It's like, I'm just trying to clean some stuff up, and they're not knowing that, hey, you're getting ready to do whatever, the big go.
I don't have any 800 numbers or anything, because if there's anybody listening, though, since we are on a podcast, and if there's anybody listening, you're going through some shit, reach out, to somebody, anybody. I don't have an 800. You know any numbers or anything?
No, I should, but I don't have it on my person.
Or not even that, man. There's a buddy that you would think that they're there to listen.
Yeah.
They would rather hear your story than not.
Yeah.
They would rather. I mean, I don't know anybody who says like, nah, bro, don't fucking call me with that bullshit,
Right.
I don't know anybody who's like that. It's like, dude, I wish he would have called me. I wish he would have.
Yes.
Before he did it, I didn't even know he was going through half this shit. I would have been there for him if I would have just known.
And locally, West Texas Counseling is badass.
West Texas Counseling.
Yes, they are. They started from the bottom, and now we're here.
Yeah.
They have done such a good job. They are. I know all those folks there, and they are so good and so real. I guess to be. I guess kind of cliche there, but they are.
Yeah.
And not just because of my experiences of suicide. That is what they do.
Okay.
And so their whole processes for those either situations or like situations, they all of that is streamlined. So.
Damn, that's badass.
So anybody listening, reach out to West Texas Counseling. I did find a number. It's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's just 988. You could even text it. Just text 988,
right. Okay,
or you
that's
can
awesome.
call it. It's just 988.
Oh, that's great.
Anybody going through something, you just need somebody to
Yeah,
talk
man.
to.
And I mean, of course, it's a hard thing to pick up the phone and kind of vent to somebody.
So
but
hard.
Dude, at the end of the day, it's so worth it. The guy's anonymous. He doesn't know you from the next guy. And it's just great to talk to somebody and just fucking air your shit out. Air it out, man. So, because that's what you need. You need to.
Well, and you think the world will be better without you involved because of the bullshit that you have in your head, and it is real. I'm not saying it's not real. Yeah. What I have learned is that the radius of who you are is so much bigger than what you can see when you are in the position of pondering those things.
Yeah.
And so you are someone, no matter how deficient, failure, whatever that looks like. And again, it is real. Those thoughts of how you feel and how you see yourself are real. But there are people out there that care for you and love you. That doesn't mean that's going to thwart where you want to go.
Yeah.
But to me, it's the hope that what you cannot see at the time of that blackness, that you just take that step to do the 988, to call a friend, because it is worth it, and there is a solution. It may be very hard, it may be laborious, it may be time, but no matter what that looks like, as long as you find it, you will find your exodus to peace.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck. Goddamn you.
Very well put. Very well put.
Oh man, I didn't think it was going to go that way.
Hey man.
Hey, you know what? But
it's good information. It
It
needed to go out there for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, we're not fucking Joe Rogan, right? But like I said, if we just reach that one person, man, just one, it was all worth it. It was all worth it.
One. There was, I think, to date, this in San Angelo, I think over half of the suicides have been male. I think white males over 70.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then the other, is. So no matter your ethnicity, your age, it all matters. All of the stuff that you believe or not believe, it all matters.
Yeah. I'm really trying to get myself informed and all that. Do you know the statistics on that? Like how many happened in San Angelo?
Oh, I did a couple weeks ago. I can't tell you now, but it is frightening.
It is frightening.
It is frightening.
That's what I was going to ask. I'm like, is it like there you go. I guess for lack of a better word, frightening.
It is, and it's because, well, the because has long legs, but other than the because, it just goes back to the same of trying to get to communicate a way that is seen by all peoples.
Yeah.
That there is someone that will listen. You still may go through. I hope not. But as long as they, to be general, know that there is someone out there that is genuine, non-judgmental, that will listen and can, in some capacity, find a way to make whatever is dark and dreary, to provide some sort of beacon of light.
Yeah, no, totally. What's up?
I was just kind of trying to find some of these statistics, but I don't have an exact for San Angelo. This is an article from 2021 from Go San Angelo.
I'm going to blame this on Zach, but I think that's my favorite drink.
That tequila is good.
Boy,
man.
that shit is
it's
bomb, man.
So what it does have on here is, so it says that suicide is the leading cause of death in Texas and the United States. I didn't know that. It does say that suicide was the 10th leading cause of death in the United States, responsible. Oh wait, so now it says the 10th. Okay, that's weird how the headline kind of drew me in with saying that. Okay, so anyways, more than 47,500 fatalities in 2019 were suicides.
Yeah.
It's
And that
one too many.
And you know that's far lower than what the actual number is.
Oh, yeah.
Far lower. I mean,
don't tell them what gets reported or
That's not right.
Yeah, just amongst the geriatrics alone, that's way higher.
yeah. Yeah, you're using a lot of big words that I don't know.
Geriatrics? That's for older people, like probably like 80s maybe.
Like me.
No.
You're 47, bro. You got a long way to go.
So these numbers aren't right. Anybody listening and really paying attention, because as I scroll down a little bit further, then it goes into the millions. So I don't understand. Yeah, maybe sorry, Ghost and Angelo. I don't know what y'all are doing here, but that wasn't a good one. That's not a good article. But coming up on the holidays, I do know that holidays are.
It is. Yeah, that's So we at the Pint, the December 21st is the darkest night. So that is the shortest daylight of the day of the year. So every year we've collabed with West Texas Counseling to just promote that. Yes, this is the darkest night, and this is the month where most suicides occur. So again, using that to promote, all in hopes to thwart, more. So it's joked about a lot, and I know it's easy too, but it's just like what you hit on a few minutes ago, is that I can't tell you how many times I never saw the signs. I never knew that they were struggling, and that is, I think that is the average or the above average response from people that were dear to that individual. They were like, out of the blue, this guy or gal just left.
And it's always to hear I never understood. He just seemed to be so happy.
Yeah, exactly.
He seemed to just have all this stuff together.
I had one of my best friends, and I didn't even know. Like, I thought it was just a car accident, and it wasn't, because it still didn't click that that's what actually happened. It wasn't just a car accident. So it was like, what the fuck? Like, he actually purposely did that, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And it's crazy because you found out here.
Yeah.
And I just read the news article that it was a head-on collision, and then figured out that it was. I mean, it was, but that wasn't. It wasn't an accident.
Yeah, I know.
And of course you telling me about it, and I'm like, man, you just literally talked to the guy not too long ago.
Yeah.
Before he did that.
Yeah, and he was like a really good friend, like really close friend. Like we would talk almost daily all the time. And there was like a good month we hadn't talked, but for the most part it was like almost daily we were talking. I never once crossed my mind that was on his mind.
Yeah. Well, to me, it's almost like when you go to to the store to pick up whatever groceries or whatever, and you see someone, you're like, "Hey man, how you doing?" You want to hear, "Okay, good."
Yeah.
And then when you're asked, you are expected to say, "Okay, good." So it's just that expectation. Because you're busy, you're going home to your family, because you're picking up dinner, you're picking up, the wife, the husband needs, a can of this or whatever. So you have something in mind. You are, point A to point B.
Yeah.
You don't have time, so that's all ingrained.
Yeah.
And not to mean that you should stop and ask that person more questions, because they too don't want more depth.
Yeah.
But it's just easier to talk to your best friend or a good friend and be like, "Hey man, I'm all good." And I don't have the solution. Of course, if I had the solution, then cool. There'd be a lot less. It is complicated. We as humans are complicated. There's no rubric, but
I try to catch people that I feel are on autopilot.
Yep.
I see them a lot in grocery stores.
But it's hard to, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. But I make it like look them dead in the eye. Like I'll get their attention. Look them dead in the eye. "Hey, how are you, bud?" They're just like, kind of taken back, and like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck are you?"
Fine. How are you?
So it's like, I'm good, man. It's just to look at me. It's like, I'm good. I was like, good, man. I'm glad to hear that.
It's like Scorpion, come here.
Yeah, they're taking back
questions.
But it's because I feel like maybe it's just me, but I feel like I knocked them out of that autopilot, and they're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
What the fuck, And then it's kind of weird. Sometimes I'll just have this quick fucking 30-second conversation.
Yeah.
Everything good, blah blah blah. He's like, man, I'll even point them to a product that they missed. Say they're picking up some fucking like some juices or something like that, right? I was like, man, this fucking like this, I like kombucha. And I'll point them to that's just good. It's a little sour, it's a little tart. Try it and stuff like that. Or there was a guy that he was on autopilot. He was just walking. And I got some steaks. I got him both conversations. He's like, oh, you're making steaks? He's like, yeah, man, you ever get a chance to cook some of these, the T-bones that I sent you? Mm-hmm. I was like, I caught him in the spice aisle. And I just took real quick, man. I was like, this shit's good with that flake salt in it. Some coarse ground black pepper. I was like, this shit's bomb. I was like, trust me, if you ever try it, you get yourself some, you'll enjoy it. They're cheap. I'll just tell them, I just picked these up for fucking, I think, what were they, like $20 for 3 T-bone steaks at H-E-B.
Big ones, too.
Fuck yeah, they were big.
Yeah.
And I just pulled that conversation. He's like, I'll try, man. That actually seems pretty good, And I saw him when I was walking away. I went and picked up some sugar, some of that pure cane sugar. No, stevia. What do I call it? The stevia shit. I happened to turn around. And he's sitting there. He reached up, took the fucking thing of salt, and he threw it in his cart. And I was like, fuck yeah. I don't know if I was a spokesperson for fucking H-E-B.
But I think so. I think it's the appreciation. I think it's different to go from, hey, man, how are you? As you call them out. I think it's
actually, a guy took some time out of his day to talk to me.
What I've been trying to do more of, instead of the call outs being, hey, how are you doing, is to do like what you're talking about, where it's more giving them maybe not praise but appreciation.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I remember, or you hit on something
like your shoes, man.
Yeah.
It is that where it makes them be seen. It makes them feel that they are seen. Yeah. Whereas it seems like those folks feel like they are unseen.
Yes.
And so if they leave, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
You're like, actually, if I do leave, y'all are better off.
Yeah.
And so that appreciation, the hope anyway, in my small mind, is that they're like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll put it off.
Yeah.
For a day or.
I've very rarely. I think everybody goes on this autopilot, especially in grocery stores and very social areas, where it's like, "How are you doing today? Good." And, everybody's in that mode, right? It's very rare. I think I've only had it happen to me one time in my entire life, where somebody that I know, I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I'm like, "Hey, man, how's everything going?" Nah, not so good, man. Like, I think it's only happened once, but for the most part, everybody, it's always doing great. How are you?
Yeah,
I'm doing good.
That,
if
just they say no, if they say I'm not good, for me, and I'm guilty. They say no, I'm not good. I don't want to hear that. You're
in your own zone.
Yeah, I want to hear I'm good, because I don't want to be like, okay. But then I reflect on all the shit. I'm like, okay, I need to stop. But like, okay.
Yeah.
To
be able to make yourself recognize that, like, oh, you know what?
Well, here's me.
He actually said he's not doing good. He's probably, for him to actually come out of his shell and
that's
say
what I was
that.
going to touch, because I'm so prideful. If somebody asks me some shit like that, no, I'm good. It would take a lot for me to be like, no, I'm not good.
Yeah,
same.
I'm like, oh, fuck,
because I'm hardcore, right?
Yeah,
like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, because it would take me. It would take a lot for me to say that.
Yeah,
if somebody just straight up, I'm like, oh yeah, let's sit down and talk, man.
Where
are you going? Where are you going?
To be able to make yourself recognize that.
Oh yeah,
is a thing that I think most people probably have to. I know I'm guilty of. I don't actually haven't. It's only happened to me once, but had it happened to me another time, and I'm just like in a hurry, would I stop and be like, oh well, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I should.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole hustle and bustle of your own life, I know it's hard. It's hard.
It's way hard.
But I just gotta figure out some way to make myself like, hey, this person reached out. That's a reach out right there.
For me, it's been it's been my mother. Is that I've always I do some things well in life, and that is listening. And so she has always seen that and has always tried to, I guess, exploit that, if you will. Mm-hmm. So whenever I'm talking to her, I'm like, this person keeps fucking talking, just drive me crazy. She's like, okay, Zach, you're good at listening, and they're coming to you for a reason with these things. so you need to give them more time. I'm like, fuck off, Mom, whatever.
Yeah.
But then I'll leave that conversation. I'm like, you know what? She's right. So people come into the bar, they come into jiu-jitsu, and they just start talking. It has been so good for me to remember that conversation, for me to tell my mind to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Life is short, and I'm now going to square up and just focus and just listen, because I am good at that. And so since that is true, I need to hear them, because I don't know, that may save a life. It may just make them happier. It may give them some utility to be like, you know what? I feel heard. I feel attractive. I feel whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Smart. Whatever.
That's the position of a bartender. Now that I'm
It is, for sure.
That's a
stylist.
And a stylist.
Yeah, and a stylist.
The reason why people go to
Antonio, where you at?
Not everybody, but a lot of people, like you go to like really small bars, like hole in the wall bars, and they have their regulars that go there, and they just sit at the bar. Everybody knows what he drinks, and that's his seat.
Yeah.
He just needs somewhere to sit and decompress, and he needs to talk to somebody, and it's usually the bartender, just to get it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Which is funny, 'cause
and
my
probably
wife-
the reason why he keeps going back to this place is because that bartender gives him that attention.
Yeah. My wife, I don't ask her for any of this stuff. Of course, she doesn't tell me either. But she's like, as soon as they sit in my chair, they're just like, everything comes out.
Oh yeah.
And she's
for
just
sure.
like, wow.
Yeah, I'm sure she hears some crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, yeah.
She could write a memoir.
Yeah.
For real.
Definitely.
For real.
I was like, I told her, I was like, maybe you should start like a little YouTube, like, where they read like anonymous shit, but don't add no name.
No names, yeah.
She's like, shit, man, I'd have shit for days, for shit for years.
Oh,
She's
she
like,
should, yeah.
Bring her here, set her up in front of the camera, and tell her to do. I mean, we can change up some wall hangings and stuff like
yeah,
that.
I said we'll keep you anonymous. You know what I mean? No one will ever know that it's
That'd
you.
be so fun. I have a little book. It says shit my dad says. That book is. Have y'all heard about that?
Yeah,
I think I have.
So
I never
funny.
read it, but I've heard about
We
it.
could do the same thing, as a stylist or whatever, because bartender, stylist, the shit that you hear. Oh my gosh, it is. I mean,
Yes.
that, or you could build a whole soap opera series. I mean, you knock.
Oh yeah, bro. I've heard
talent.
just a little bit, just a snippet over the past how many years she's been doing hair. I've heard the cheating. I've heard just everything. I'm just like, I was like, wait a minute, they tell you this? She's like, yeah. They'll just like blah, like word vomit. It comes out, and I'm so mind blown.
Yeah.
And of course, I've only gotten maybe a handful of stories. That was it.
Yeah.
But
Man.
But she's just like, sometimes they're just stories that I can't keep to myself. I have to let it out. I'll tell you. She'll tell me. Because I'm just like, who do I know? I don't know I don't know anybody.
The gal I've seen, her best friend is a stylist. So that is what they live for. Every week they get together, and those stories. Oh my, it's crazy. This is San Angelo.
Yeah.
I mean you could. Oh my God!
There's some wild stuff that happens.
Oh,
in San
yeah.
Angelo.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
The sugar daddies, the sugar mamas. I mean, there's so much. It's crazy.
I know. We
It's
just
so
got
good.
we got a handful of that last week. I think I was telling you about it. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was like,
wow.
this is starting to affect business.
Massage parlors. Oh my God.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah. That one was it the one by Central? The one that got raided not too long ago?
Yes.
And I'm just like, they all do it.
Oh my, yeah.
Every single one of them do it.
It's so funny when you talk to a bunch of guys about that.
What?
You talk to the guys about that, they're like, yeah, because they're like, oh, it's horrible. Where is it?
Yeah.
Or you see all these looks, and you see some of them, they're like,
Oh,
Where
busted.
And
you
it's
looking,
funny
bro?
they tell them themselves, and they just
Yeah.
I was like, what's the address, man? So I know to stay away from there. I know not to go there.
So good.
I gotta touch on this real quick because I just finished this shot. Man, that is some really good tequila.
It is.
Oh, it is, and I have not had that. It is lovely. It's royal. It's
Anybody
so
that's
good.
looking for a nice tequila, this is
We're looking for sponsorships.
yeah. This one's called La Pulga Tequila Reposado. Where did you find this at?
Pinkies.
Pinkies, huh? It's nice.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Really
soon that
nice.
whole bar right there is going to be full of goddamn bottles.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to drink them all, but we'll figure it out.
I've had to slow down from when we first started.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Jesus.
Speaking of, is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're fine.
I hate. Yeah.
No, go for it, man.
I'm surprised you haven't gone more.
Gone where? To the restroom?
Yeah.
I've only had.
No, I got this. I got my. Nah.
I've only had one beer, and I took. This is my second.
We used to have a bladder of like 80-year-olds.
Yeah, but I was sitting here drinking
beer.
the shit out of them. Plus, I was drinking water with everything too.
Uh-huh.
And I would just fucking like once I had to go the first time. That was it.
Is
it was
it?
like I had to take a piss like after every beer. It was like I gotta go take another piss. I gotta go take another piss.
Shit,
Do you remember there used to be a bar here in San Angelo? I think it was Santa Fe nightclub, and they used to have this thing called "Drink Till You Piss."
Okay.
And it was like an ASU. Like
Yeah.
everybody from ASU would show up there, and the thing was the very first person that goes to the restroom. It was like 10-cent beers, or was it free beers? I can't remember. Maybe it was 10-cent beers until somebody takes a piss.
It's all tap, right?
Yeah. Until somebody goes to take a piss, and then back to regular bar prices. So everybody,
that's badass.
yes, that was the whole thing there, man. So people would like guard the doors that go in the restroom.
Hey,
nope,
motherfucker, you turn around.
Nope, you ain't going to the restroom yet. It's too early to go to the restroom.
That's a good fucking.
That's cool, right? I mean, I don't know how many bladders got fucked up because of that, but I mean, shit.
That's actually a pretty good fucking deal, bro.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think they would allow people to leave and then come back in. Of course, you had to go through the whole process all over again.
But what are you giving them? What are you serving? Like,
I think it was all
Natty
like
Lights.
No, I think it was
Keystone?
Bud Lights. I think it was all Bud Lights.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense.
But I mean,
tastes like piss anyways.
I can't do Bud Light no more.
I can. I would have never able to do.
That was my first beer. Was a Bud Light.
Really?
Yep. Was a Bud Light.
No, sir.
No, bro. Now if I drink a Bud Light, I have the beer shits the next day. Like I'm sorry. Sorry everybody, but yeah.
No, man. Mine was Budweiser, just because I wanted to be a badass.
Yeah.
You know, it's that dark beer, strong beer.
I can do Budweiser.
But see, Budweiser was good.
Yeah.
Fucking Bud Light tasted like hot piss to me. I'm like, nope. I wouldn't even go to parties.
Yeah.
Serving Bud Light.
I ended up after Bud Light. I ended up going to Budweiser, and then I just stuck with full beers for the longest time. I stopped doing lights. Yeah. And I felt like the lights are what gave me the hangovers. That's what made me feel like shit the next day.
Okay.
For some reason, it was like not that the fools won't do it, but I had to drink a lot of them for them to make me feel like that.
Well, see, it's crazy. I would drink beer. I never really cared for beer. Never. I never cared.
I remember when me and you first started hanging out and doing this thing.
Yeah, I couldn't do beer. Any kind of beer. I just couldn't do it for the longest time. Then all of a sudden, I was drinking I was doing the Dos Equis. Fucking Modelo's taste like Kool-Aid to me now. You know, and I know I don't like beer, but God damn,
Dos Equis and Modelo go down amazing, especially on a hot day.
Oh yeah. They're fucking dangerous, man. Like I couldn't. I was always hard liquor. It was always whiskey or it was Grey Goose. You know, I was never a fucking tequila guy until
my sister's birthday party.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We didn't touch on that yet. So, my sister has a birthday party. It's her 30th, so she has a big shindig for her birthday, and so we're all there. I'm talking like a big old because she was the baby. My dad gave her a quinceañera, so now she's like, I need to have a treintañera. You know what I mean? So she has a big party, and they have a full bar. The bar did good. Yeah. I had a dirty martini, a couple of dirty martinis, but I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I have this big Yeti can. Basically, you can put a full wine bottle in there, but I put a full bottle of Woodford Reserve in it.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and me and this guy
killed that
motherfucker. We were just pouring it over ice and just drinking that all night long.
Sounds amazing.
It was great, but I time traveled.
Oh shit! Oh god!
There was a point in that night where I'm like, I don't know what happened. As far as I don't remember leaving and coming home. I just remember waking up and like, well, I'm in my own bed. That's always a good thing.
So with that, I guess you told me that, and I'm like, he really drank that much? Because I feel like I was tossing them bitches down.
I think you can handle your shit way better than me, apparently.
Because I can't get, I get buzzed. Like I can literally, between me and you, we can finish that bottle.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm good.
Yeah.
And I'm not drunk, tequila, but I'm buzzed.
Yeah. That one right there was my last one. Like tequila will really fuck me up.
But I don't see. I was kind of looking. I was on WebMD, so I got cancer and fucking all kinds of shit. But I was like, "What's my problem? I cannot get drunk."
You have more body mass. I'm only 168 pounds.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, we talking about my weight now?
Whoa. You say I'm skinny?
No, I'm just saying. I'm only 168 pounds. I'm like a little high school girl. Where are you at?
We're gonna talk about
that. Well, it's different for me too because I can do tequila, vodka, and gin. And I can put away a fifth, but you put me some Jameson,
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll get fucked up.
We got some Jameson.
Oh, I know. Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
And that's where. So doing jujitsu, I have the girl that I've seen too going to jujitsu too. But we drink Jameson, we get home and we fight.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know. I do get fucked up. I get way fucked up on Jameson.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Jameson's good.
I haven't found anything that just fucking puts me out.
Nothing has ever obliterated you.
Nothing. Oh, that 24 shots, 25 shots of Jose Cuervo did.
Oh,
but I still drove.
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, dude, I would.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was good. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Allegedly
Yeah.
drove.
Yeah. Oh.
You know, but I'm sitting there. We left here fucking 2 bottles deep with Martin. And I was like, I'm good to drive. I really was. I was good to drive.
No,
we
were at your house. We were at the old studio.
Yeah, at the old studio.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was like...
You were going to try and drive.
Yeah, I was good.
He was going to drive us all home. I was like, fuck no, nobody's driving.
No.
Nobody's driving.
I woke up my daughter. I was like, I need you to drive us home. I need you to take everybody home.
Yeah.
And then after that, I took her to Whataburger. It was all 2 o'clock in the morning and shit.
Oh.
But it was, I did fucking, like I said, I WebMD it, right? And I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Apparently, there is a condition where somebody can't get drunk, but it's not good.
So have you never got so drunk that you're just obliterated drunk, like blackout drunk?
When I was young. Well, I was talking about maybe in my 20s, early 20s, late teens, early 20s. But like where the time traveling shit, I've never done.
Yeah.
Except when I was high as fuck.
Yeah.
You know,
as in like a crossfade, like where you're high and drunk.
No, wait, no, because at that time I was just smoking weed.
Oh, okay.
So I was doing the drunk shit. Yeah. Like when you talk about time travel, this is the first time I ever experienced time traveling.
Yeah.
Where all of a sudden, you know, we're sitting on the porch getting fucking obliterated, and then I just black out, and then I wake up and we're like, what the fuck? How did we end up at this house? How are we here? You know, we were behind the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Or it was Winn-Dixie at the time.
Okay,
Or at a house right behind it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm sitting there, you know, smacking on some chick, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, allegedly, and I black out again. And next, you know, I'm in the Southland area at another house party.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck did I get here? That was the only time that I really got that fucked up.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Have you never time travel? As we call it, time traveling.
That's what I call it.
No, I for sure have been blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than I like to admit to. But not time travel. Yeah.
Not time travel. And it's crazy because when you come to, you're drunk or you're like a really hard buzz.
Yeah.
But you're not. I never felt like I was drunk. I'm just like, what the fuck? Did somebody spot my shit?
That particular night, we were sitting there drinking these Woodford Reserves, which is crazy because that's what we normally drink here.
Yeah.
Like that's just our go-to drink.
Yeah.
Woodford Reserve.
Love it.
But normally I have like a couple of bottles of water that I'm drinking right along with it. Mm-hmm. That night it was just over ice all night long, just straight until we finished. I drank half a bottle. He drank the other half the bottle.
I love it when you get drunk though, because you're like, hey, he's rude.
He's rude.
I lose all my manners.
Yes,
all my
that's
manners.
just out the fucking
out
door.
the window.
Because then all of a sudden he's
straight. I just tell you straight.
he becomes rude and a little bit mean, and I think it's the funniest thing on the planet.
That's awesome.
Because he'll sit there. Like you said, I mean, if you listen, I can't remember which podcast.
Oh, there's a couple of them.
I was like, how you feeling?
At the very beginning, when we first started doing this, it took a lot more alcohol for us to even get to talking on here. Yeah. And I think I had too much on some of the early ones. Yeah.
Like you're a bitch.
Yeah. Look. Yeah. Well, not really that.
But I would say you're a bitch, but I would say like different words.
Yeah.
To imply it harder and harsher.
Yeah. And it was funny because he's sitting there and like we really don't disagree with our opinions and shit like that. But when he gets drunk, he's like, "Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's not what you were saying a second ago."
False. So ridiculous. Why would you say that?
I can't believe you got that fucked up.
Yeah,
I drove home. I literally felt great.
So me and April, my wife, we were talking about it the next day, and she was like, "It was like that." She was like, "You were just fine," and I was like, "You know what? You're right because." I remember everything was fine. We were having a fucking good time. And the next thing I know, it was just, boom, I'm fucking wasted. She was like, it just like hit you.
Yeah.
And then it was it. You were like, I got to go to the restroom. And she was like, I had to like basically hold you to get you all the way to the restroom, and then after that we were like, we need to go because you were fucked up.
Yeah, but you got stages, and I love it because you're first interrupting cow. Yeah, you ever heard that joke? Knock knock.
Yeah,
who's there?
That's Family Guy, right? The interrupting cow.
No, I don't know. I'm sure they said it, but that's not where I heard it. And then he becomes rude, and I'm like, "Here's a little bit more, Abraham."
Yeah, you're the instigator, man.
I am.
Jesus,
That's so good.
because they have another one. Makes the podcast more
Are you
interesting.
done?
I love it.
Oh man, how long have you had the restaurant? Oh, not the restaurant. I'm sorry, the bar now.
We're going on 8 years.
Oh wow,
8 years.
You made it through COVID.
Yeah.
Boy, I bet that was hard.
Yeah, 8 years. Yeah, you're sorry.
Yeah. So that's when it was Casual Pint, 2 Casual Pint, Marshall Pint.
Yes.
Together.
So Casual Pint was a franchise. That was good for like 3 months. And then
You brought the franchise?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And then that did not go to my liking. So in 21 I bought them out. And then I just went brick and mortar. Yeah.
Oh, fucking A.
It's cool, man. It's like, to me, it's such a chill spot.
Yeah,
Like, if I just want to go and just hang out and chill, like, check out all, because y'all have so many IPAs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
God damn, y'all have so many. It's cool to, like, find something new. You know,
Yes.
it's cool.
What is an IPA? I know it's a beer, but what makes it an IPA?
Is it a homebrew? I don't know if it's a homebrew. They're not all homebrews.
No, so an IPA is the Indian Pale Ale, and it is bitter, and so
Okay.
you now have several styles, I guess, to make it simple. You have a West Coast, which is going to be more clear in appearance. It's going to be more hop forward, if you will.
Hot forward?
Hop.
Okay, okay.
So it's going to be more bitter.
Oh, shit, okay.
And then if you go East Coast, it's going to be more cloudy, more juicy, less hop forward, but more maybe more hoppy on the back end, or kind of in between.
Uh-huh.
But it's more juicy. It's going to be more. Oh, it just depends on what they use. It's very colorful nowadays in terms of their creativity.
Okay.
But it is hoppy, and so when you hear hoppy, it's just bitter. So if you talk to my girlfriend, it tastes like piss, or it smells like piss. So as you start, so I liken it to wine. So when you start drinking wine, you drink sweet wine. Boone's Farm, and we all have been there.
Yeah, Mad Dog 2020.
Mad Dog 2020. And then you start to click forward to go to big reds. Big dry reds.
Yeah.
So with beer, you usually start off with I call it volume beer. So the Michelob Ultras, the Coors Lights, and so forth. And then as long as you're open to it, doesn't mean that anything is wrong with that. But if you're more open for your palate, you start to grow into more complicated type palates. So
Okay.
you have wheat beers, so like a Hefeweizen. Then you can get into stouts and porters and so forth that can also get really
I like the
large and
stouts.
complicated. Yeah.
I really do.
So then you have another area that you have, and there's a lot of different styles of beers out there. But one is the bitter beers, the pale ales, the Indian pale ales, and they are just that. It is a bitter beer. It's more hops, which is a grain that is used in the beer that gives it a very distinctive taste profile.
Okay.
Do y'all make any of y'all's own?
We do not.
Yeah, okay.
So before the Casual Pint came to fruition, I thought about doing my own thing, where we have a brewery there. Well, I'm not the best brewer.
Yeah.
If that's for like a plateau that they do very good and so forth.
There's 3 in town, I think.
Yeah, you have one.
SoCo?
Yes, SoCo does brew their own. Plateau, and then out in Rowena, Mike out there with.
I've heard about that
Yeah.
one. I heard that's a good one.
Very good. Now we used to
Zero
have,
one is the other one.
Yeah, you're right.
Isn't there a wandering something?
Yes, Wandering Minds.
Okay,
Yes.
there you go.
All awesome, all great beers. They all do a great great job. We used to have Eola. We now do not have Eola.
Oh no.
So so Winery Mines, 01, Plateau, SoCo, they all do their own. Have a beer or beers that they offer.
Yeah.
But the Plateau, the 01, the Winery Mines do have a lot of their own beers that they make and distribute.
Huh.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's crazy. How did they get into that? I always wondered. I don't know if anybody. I don't even know if it's possible. But has there ever been a beer made out of mesquite bean?
There is, yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mike in Rowena, he has one. No, I guess there's two. Both in Rowena and Plateau do have a mesquite bean flavored, or that is an ingredient in their beer.
Okay.
I feel like that would be bitter.
Yeah. So
Well, it's a sweet bean though.
Is it?
Yeah.
So Dan Adney or Dan Adney with Plateau can go into great detail that I cannot.
Yeah.
Or Mike in Rowena also can. Mike was doing mesquite bean brown ales before Plateau. So now that you have Plateau, you have two, kind of a fork in the road there.
Yeah. So about 10 years ago, man, I had this grand idea: bake beer out of mesquite bean.
Yeah.
But it was the breweries around town just wasn't a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that just put everything on the back burner. And I'm like, maybe I can just make some for myself. But at the time I wasn't really a beer drinker.
Yeah.
What I wanted was something sweet. Something sweet you could still consider a beer. Maybe a little bit bitterness with the hoppiness that you put in it, but it never really kicked up.
So
What it do beer?
What it do beer? That's fun.
Yeah.
There we go. But growing up, so I grew up in Big Spring, and so we would always, me and my next door neighbor, we'd always just hike around. We were never inside, but we would get the mesquite beans and chew on them.
Yeah.
We would just hike around and chew on them, look for snakes and tarantulas and shit, and just hike around.
Fuck yeah.
And make weapons of all sorts.
You grew up here around San Angelo?
So Big Spring.
Big
really.
Spring. Oh, that's right.
So
that's right.
we always came to our oasis was San Angelo.
Okay.
So we always came here to shop, to come and to eat and just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is our family name was Oasis.
Okay.
Like that's what we said.
That's cool.
Oh, damn, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because there's no fucking trees in West Texas. There's
no, there's not.
fuck all trees. But you come to San Angelo and there's not a lot of trees, but there's more trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude, that's
true.
crazy. I mean, I've been through Big Spring a lot, but it just seems like it's all oil field now.
No, it is for sure.
It's just you still got family out there?
I do. Yeah, mom and dad are still there. I'm trying like hell to get them here. They will get here, but it's taking an act of Jesus.
The further west you go, the less trees there is.
For real.
There's a town
Called No Trees?
called No Trees. Have you ever heard of it?
I have not.
So you keep going past West Odessa. Then you come to Goldsmith.
Yeah.
And then Goldsmith, of course, it's every direction you look, there's a pump jack.
Yeah.
As far as you can see. And it's so flat.
And you watch your dog run away for days.
Yes. And then the next town over is called No Trees.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And boy, it lives up to its name.
Oh, it does.
Being in
It's
West Texas, I'm sure I've gone past it, through it, around it. Yeah.
You've been in Kermit?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, then you've drove
on the
right
way.
past it.
Okay. Then yeah, for real.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a fucking barren shit nowhere. It, like Orla used to be.
Yeah.
God, I hated that place. It was not even a goddamn light. There was just one building there that was halfway torn down.
I had no idea. So speaking of weird names, I went to military school. So we were at we were going through inspection. So we were JROTC, but we had the real Army in there to do our inspection. So they're going around asking us questions and inspecting our uniforms in our rooms. And they get to this old boy here, and he's a smart ass, period. But he is legit from a town in Texas called Uncertain.
Whoa.
So this guy, he's a sergeant, comes up here, is like, what's your story, private or whatever? And he starts talking. He's like, where you from? Uncertain. Like, oh, you being a smart ass?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
He's like, no, sir, that's where I'm from. He's like, you fucking with me? He just starts a little fucking going. Yeah, anyway. it ended well. I did not think it was going to end well. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's going to go south.
Uncertain Texas.
hilarious.
Yeah, Uncertain Texas.
Yeah, look this up. Where is this place
Yeah.
at?
Fucking middle of nowhere. It
Yeah,
sounds
it's
like
going to be uncertain.
uncertain where it's
Uncertain,
at.
yeah.
But,
Yeah. Yeah, man. Just little towns like that. I used to live in Houston for a little bit.
Where at?
I was in Spring.
Okay. All right.
North Houston. And What's up? Did you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah, uncertain.
6 hours and 22 minutes from here.
East Texas, I guess.
Yeah.
And this guy, he's a smart ass. He's a big old boy. He's just used to talking shit. But that sergeant major came on him, and he got real small.
Yeah.
But he was telling the truth.
Shit.
It's closest Texas city. The closest city to it is Shreveport. It's like right
Oh,
on,
wow, it's
yeah,
right
it's
on
like
the border.
right there, yeah. Marshall, Texas.
Yeah, that's a great name.
There you go. That would be probably the closest big town to it. And it's right off of Caddo Lake.
Okay.
It's right off of Caddo Lake.
Yeah, we went partying in a little town when I was in Houston. I was going there to be a mechanic. I was going to UTI. And a buddy of mine, of course, he lived in the area, and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna go party at this little fucking town, man. Motherfucking nowhere." And I'm like, "How do you get there?" And I was like, "Well, you're gonna have to follow me because there's no point to give me directions because you literally got to take a dirt road." I was like, "All right, man, well, fuck it, dude, I'm down." We're sitting there going, and we're coming up to this bridge, right? And he kind of drives off the bridge, or drives off the I guess before you get to the bridge, he drives off to the side, and there's a creek, and I'm like, "What the fuck? Where's he going?" Right? And I see him kind of slow down, and he goes into the creek.
Oh shit!
And I'm like, "What the fuck? Where are you going, dude?" And I'm sitting there honking. I was like, "Where are you going?" I'm in the Tahoe, you know. And he's like, "Come on, follow me." I was like, "I'm in a fucking Tahoe, bro. I don't have mud tires. I don't have shit like that." And he's like, "It's all rock bottom. You're not gonna get stuck, you know." And I'm like, "All right, fuck it." You know, I was already like fucking 6-pack in, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's go, man." So I had a fucking truck full of my buddies, my roommates.
Yeah.
And we drive down this bitch. We're following this fucking river, man. And I'm following behind. I was like, "Where are we going?" I'm sitting there looking at these guys. I was like, "Dude, if you hear a yeehaw or
You're going to Jasper.
yeah, we weren't too far. It didn't feel like we were in Sam Houston area.
Okay.
Oh shit! Okay.
So it was
Yeah.
You're in the deep woods back there.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it kind of got sketchy. And anyways, we fucking got back there, and I see this fucking glow. I'm like, we're going down this fucking river at least half a mile.
Okay.
You know, I'm like, what the fuck? Where are we going?
So y'all are staying on the creek.
Yeah, we're in the creek, bro. We're having
Wow.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of fun.
Dude, it was fun. It was bad. Going around trees and shit like that, you know,
Yeah.
trying to get through this, and I see this glow. And I'm like, what the fuck is that glow?
Is that Jesus?
I was like,
I
bro.
made it.
Yeah, no kidding. So we're going, and then he kind of gets off the fucking creek, and we're going up the sand dune. I'm like, there's a fucking sand dune in the middle of nowhere. And I sit there going up, and I come around, I see a big bonfire, bro. I had one of my roommates was black. Here's Anthony. He's like, "Bro, if I see fucking hoods, we better fucking go." I was like, "I don't know where the fuck we're at, bro." It was the biggest fucking party I had ever seen in the middle of fucking nowhere, man. There had to have been easily 200 people there.
Holy crap!
Easy, big old bonfire. People were mudding. They were doing. It was a redneck oasis.
Yeah, my favorite parties, man, back in the day, I guess high school for me was all the backwood bonfires.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! I mean, I saw the most fucked up things to the most beautiful things.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
I used to go to bonfire parties out here at the lake. Out here at Nasworthy.
At Fisher? Okay.
And
Nasworthy.
and OC Fisher.
Yeah, because I could see Fisher big time.
OC Fisher, we'd go back in there.
Before it was a state
Yeah,
park?
it was still wide open to everybody. But the cool thing about this one particular spot, and what's crazy is I can't find it anymore because we were always drunk.
Oh, okay.
We were always drunk.
Yeah.
We'd have like 4 keggers out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we'd go down there and we'd have like where each keg was at, there would be a bonfire going on. So there'd be 4 big old fires going on. There would just be fucking people all out there. One time, my friend David, El Animal,
He's not here today.
decided he wanted to shoot one of our friends' guns.
Oh, God.
And we didn't know there were some campers close by. So they called the cops. But the cool thing about this area that we were at is we could see them coming forever.
Yeah.
We had time to roll up shit, get shit out of the way. Fucking people that didn't want to be there made their way out like into the canes, like closer to the water. And cops kind of cruised through and like, everything all right out here? Because they didn't ask anybody for IDs or nothing.
Like,
just
yeah, bro.
cruised through. Like,
Yeah, we're good, man.
Did you hear that?
This is.
Did you hear that?
He's like, I'm sure you came because somebody called about that fire. Somebody was shooting fucking gun out that direction.
But that was the cool thing about that spot is we could
Yeah.
see them coming forever, man. I mean,
and we used to go deep into Nasworthy. Not Nasworthy, Twin Buttes.
okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I was
Way-
gonna say. Okay,
yeah.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, way back in there. And it was
Like,
before they had a
where'd you go?
Yeah.
Here we are.
and before they even had a lake division. So none of the cops had trucks. They would always have the fucking cars. And we'd get
so they couldn't get back there.
Oh, they couldn't get back there anyway. So there's no point of. Sometimes we had one walk up on us. I'm like, damn, how far did you walk?
Yeah,
because we were way back in there. Had a fire going, but he didn't even bother us. He's like, hey, he did ask somebody if he can give a ride back to his patrol car. He's like, I don't want
really.
Yeah, bro, he was cool as shit though.
That's funny.
So I was like, my buddy he loaded him up, man. Took him to his truck.
Yeah,
that's badass.
Yeah, but you need to. Where we were, dude, it was I can't even describe it because it's so different out there now. But it was a big old pond area, so you had to have a 4-wheel drive to get through the pond. There was no way.
Yeah.
Like when he got to us, dude, his fucking shoes, bro. He was.
Oh, I can't imagine
that much in mud. But it was so badass, and now they got it all fenced off.
Yeah, it's different now. You can't do that anymore. O.C. Fisher. I remember I've gone to a few keggers out at O.C. Fisher before it was a state park.
Yeah.
You can just go in there.
Man, but people just fucked it up so bad. They went out there and throw their fucking water heaters, their couches, their shit like that.
Oh, I know.
I think I told you that one time, man. We pulled up on that fucking Camaro. It was just deep in the fucking, just deep.
All the way down in there?
Yeah, man, just all the way down in there. And we were walking up to it, and I was like, I told my buddy, I was like,
dead bodies?
Dude, that's exactly what I said. I was like,
real.
I am not about to fucking come across a dead body. I want to party.
Yeah.
I'm not here to get fucked up. Or that fucked up, So anyways, we partied and shit. When we left the next fucking day, bro, shit was on the standard times. There was 2 dead bodies.
Oh,
in that car.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, bro, if I would have walked up to that motherfucker,
The whole night would have been fucked.
fucked, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Damn.
The one time I was out there with Robert, and it was me, him, and these 2 girls. Allegedly. And we're sitting there, and I mean,
It's the new hashtag.
yeah, allegedly. And we're sitting there partying, man, having a great fucking time. You see this fucking car. You see the headlights come on. And, of course, we were out there before the car even got out there. We got out there early. And it was probably, 11 o'clock, at night. So, anyways, I see this car and it's fucking sitting there running back and forth. Like, fucking just gunning it, dude. You see it kick on its brakes and it would slide a little bit. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? And then you hear this fucking door open and you hear it slam and you hear this lady scream. And she's like, but like death. Like that death scream.
The screech.
There you go. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And I look at Robert and he looks at me. He's like, let's get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not even about to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
So we loaded up, and as soon as we turned our lights on, they shut theirs off, and you could hear this bitch kind of, I guess, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. So anyways, we get back and we're back on the main road and we're going. And I was like, I'll go in front because I'm in a car, in my truck with the big old grill guard. I was like, if there's anything there, I'll plow that bitch down, go around me, and I'll catch up right behind you, Hey, we're over there planning like this big old fucking thing that's going to happen, right? So anyways, we're sitting there going, and it fucking dust starts to kick up. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, they're right in front of us with the lights off.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm sitting there going a little bit. And Robert's with me, the 2 girls in the other car. Because they're like, I pull over, I stop, I pull over, I come over. It's like, hey, as soon as we get to the front, I'm going to kind of wedge myself right between us and that car. You go around, and we'll meet you at the Town and Country.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, that's, whatever. So as soon as we're going and we're coming up to the entrance of the fucking Twin Buttes on the airport side.
Yeah.
On the South Pole. Anyways, we come up to it, and there's this fucking car that's parked there, and there's this dude kind of just reclining, and he's holding something off to the side. And I'm like, well, he's just leaning on his car. And we're like, fuck, dude. I kind of pull over, the girls take off, and I kind of wedge myself in between them. When I sit in there, when I get right between their fucking cars, I happen to look over. Well, there's the guy that's leaning on the car staring at us, and there's the guy in the passenger seat, and right behind there's something in the back being covered. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. But when we took off, we called the cops. They're like, hey, there was some shit that was going. Heard somebody scream. I know there were 3 people.
But there was 2 when we left.
There was only 2 when we left. The other was.
No.
I was like, what the fuck, bro? We came across some crazy shit at Twin Buttes.
Well, Twin Buttes isn't that where that girl and her boyfriend got killed like back in the 80s, and it ended up on Unsolved Mysteries?
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
wow.
Yeah.
I think it wasn't until like maybe 10 years ago that they finally ended up finding the bodies. Like this happened like 82 or 85, something like that. Yeah.
I watched that religiously.
Remember that show?
Really?
Oh, I do. I loved it so much.
That was
X-Files.
Yeah. There's a couple of them that they made about San Angelo that came up on, is it Investigation ID?
I remember that show, yeah.
Well, one of them was that place my uncle bought, the arena.
Oh, the arena. The racing.
Yeah, the old dirt track that was there.
Yeah.
On, what is it, Santa Rosa now?
Yes.
2105, I think.
Yeah, 2105. Yeah. Anyways, that shit, they made a whole fucking show about it.
I didn't know that.
Well, we plowed that thing. Like we were there with the motor grader. We moved the stadium seats and shit like that because my uncle bought it and he was turning it into a roping arena. Well, we're sitting there blading this bitch. You know, we're digging holes, we're doing all kinds of shit, right? So, next thing you know, I hear this. There's a body that's buried out there. I was like, there ain't no fucking way. The amount of dirt that we moved on that place, we would have dug the bitch up.
Yeah.
You know, I don't call her bitch. Rest in peace, but you know. But apparently, you know. Anyways, so I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no way. We literally cleared that entire shit. You know. So anyway, the dirt track, we moved it over, and what's crazy, you hear about. I was watching this fucking story. The dude's wife, the lady's husband and the girlfriend killed the ex-wife.
Right.
And they buried her, and they got married over her corpse. They knew they were the only two that knew she was married. They're like, we want to have the altar right here.
My God.
Oh, yeah, bro.
That's that's so evil.
It's some crypt.
Dude, it's so bad. So anyways, we're sitting there, and I go visit my uncle because he's like, there's the Texas Rangers there, whoever. There was just fucking people everywhere, you know.
Digging shit up. And they're like, they're digging where the stadiums where we picked them up and moved them like maybe 100 foot down, 150 foot down. And they're sitting there digging. I was like, there ain't nothing there. You know, I was like, well, that's where we bladed. That's where that fucking, with the racetrack, because we had to move a lot of dirt to kind of build it up a little bit. It's like, there ain't nothing there. Well, they buried this bitch deep. Damn.
Sorry. Rest in peace. So that they dig her up, and my uncle's like, I'm never going to be able to sell this place. And I'm like, maybe not. And then I come to find out, I'm like, oh, shit. If you would have just moved another 6 inches, more inches down.
Yes,
we would
exactly.
You would have pulled her up.
Yep.
Wow, that would have been crazy to do that.
Fuck. No, that's the last thing we wanted, because I'm like, dude, how do you get away from that?
Oh.
You don't.
That's something that'll be stuck in your head forever.
I was like, fuck. I told my dad, I was like, that's the second body I came close to finding. He's like, what? What was the first one? I was like, you remember that Camaro that was deep down? He's like, yeah, the one that came on Standard Time. He's like, yeah. And I was like, we were going to walk up to that motherfucker that night.
God damn.
You know, they were shot point blank. Damn. I was like, motherfucker, bro. I was like, nope.
Fucking San Angelo's wild, bro.
Yeah, and then I got in trouble because like, you're no longer allowed to go to the lake at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like,
lame.
That's when it's fun.
Dude, there's so much shit that happens out there. We used to go out there with the fucking paintballs.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Fucking
I love it so much.
2 o'clock in the morning, man.
Just go and blast and stuff.
Yeah. Capture the flag.
Oh, there we go.
That shit was fun.
You know what there is out there? There's some big ass deer out there.
Hell yeah, there is.
Some of the biggest bucks that I've ever seen are out there. In those,
and the fucking hogs. Damn the hogs.
OC Fisher.
Oh, no.
Twin Buttes.
OC Fisher too, but Twin Buttes. More so in Twin Buttes.
I see Twin Buttes, not OC Fisher, but I see Twin Buttes.
Back in the day when OC Fisher had water, like when it had a lot of water, there used to be some big bucks. 'Cause I used to live in Grape Creek, and we would take that back road going from 2288.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I would take that back road, and I mean, goddamn! Every time I would get to that real sharp turn, there would always be a buck standing right there, and I'd be, oh shit! I'd have to slow down. I mean, every time, and you'd always be like massive, like an elk.
Yeah, but they're not too far because I catch them in my neighborhood. Like I'm the neighbor right there in the bluffs.
Yeah,
boy, they run across. They're all over that shit. You come across javelinas, fucking hogs, and you're just like, bro, I'm in the fucking not in the middle of town, but. What the fuck you doing all the way in here?
I don't get any javelinas, but I get a bunch of deer on my side of town because the river runs right through my neighborhood. Yeah, right. And man, I'll be outside watering the grass, and I'll hear, and I'll be like, what the fuck is that? And there's a fucking group of deer just running down.
It's your mystic animal, bro.
Oh, man. Don't they know I'm a deer hunter? Because I will kill you and eat you.
Oh, no, there's not. They're just making fun of you now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They're just clowning on you. It's like, you can't eat shit.
We're in town. You can't do nothing to us.
Yeah.
It's like,
bullshit. I got a bow. I will.
Bow hunt. They won't hear me. Oh, man,
speaking of bow hunting, season started last weekend. Oh, it started already? Yeah. We are in the middle of season right now.
Do you bow hunt?
No.
Or do you hunt?
I don't.
Okay.
But let's see, 3 weeks. We are going to Cloudcroft.
Ooh, where's that at?
Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And it's more rustic New Mexico in terms of if your default is like a Ruidoso.
Ruidoso is close to it, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
So Cloudcroft is more secluded. It's higher up. So you have bear, you have a lot of elk, you have deer, you have turkey, a lot of turkey, javelina, all that stuff. So it's very nature intimate.
Yeah.
So it's just lovely. It's so good.
I've yet to go there.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go to Rio Dos. Of course, I know right now it's.
So if you like elk or bear, man, that shit is plentiful.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good.
I want elk, but I heard over there you have to draw tags for that. You can't just go and get like a license to go hunt them.
Yeah, that's correct.
For the bow, for bulls, or just elk?
I don't know about. I don't know
either on that part.
About
I think you gotta
bow.
pull.
There might be something for the bulls.
Yeah, I think you got to pull tags for the.
But you might be able to hunt the female.
Yes.
What do you call them? Cows. You might be able to hunt them.
Yeah.
No problem. But maybe for the bulls, you have to have a tag. I don't know.
Yeah, because they have a lottery system, right? Where you have to.
Yep. Exactly.
Damn. So are you gonna try to hunt up there, or you just?
I'm not a hunter. I'll eat it all day, every day. But I think if I hunted, I think I would.
It's
So I
addictive.
had a buddy of mine that he would stalk deer,
Okay.
and then he would
That's
jump
gangster.
and
What the fuck?
Yeah, and have a knife and just. I think I could do that.
You know how hard that is?
Yes,
That is
exactly.
yeah,
that
that's
is
a skill.
ninja.
Yeah,
That's
it is
ninja
It
style.
is ninja. But in terms of like, I think I could bow if I ever was inclined to do so.
Yeah.
But as in a firearm, nah.
Nah.
I couldn't do it.
After doing
For
it with
those
the
who
bow,
do that, I think it's awesome. I will take all the meat.
yeah. After doing it with the bow, I'll never do it with the gun again.
Yeah. I understand that.
It's
Yeah.
just,
Well, I've talked about it because I used to rifle hunt, and it took all the emotion out of it. It took everything, and it felt dirty.
Yeah,
felt-
that's
I
how
felt
I
gross.
feel. And I've never. I've done it once, and that's why I did it once. And I had the same emotion without having the word,
Yeah.
to go back before, and I did not like it. I'm
Yeah.
like, it seems cheap.
Yeah.
It seems easy.
Yeah.
and I don't want to kill to be easy.
I'm
exactly.
I want to fight. Yeah,
So my very first time taking a buck with a bow, I mean, it was wild as shit. I mean, because I'm like, you're there with a bow to effectively what do they call it? Is it moral?
To kill something.
Yeah, to do a moral shot. You want to do it within 40 yards, maybe 50 at the most, but no more than that, because you want to make sure that you don't just injure the animal. You want to take it down, and so that's very intimate. It's very intimate. It's very close. Like, it can be like 1 minute there's nothing there, and the next minute there's like a group of them there. And you're like, oh shit, I'm here with them, and it's to the point that your movements of drawing back that bow could spook them, and they're gone. So everything has to be calculated, and then your heart rate starts, and especially when a buck comes in, it's like, oh shit, and you think you're ready for it.
Yeah.
You are not ready for
Which
it.
is fun. I never really noticed when I would draw back and I'm sitting there, watching that deer.
Mm-hmm.
I can literally see the fucking broadhead go every time a heartbeat.
yeah.
It jumps, and it's so fucking intimate, and it killed it all. I mean, rifle.
Yeah.
Once I hunted the first time with my bow, I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done rifle. I don't want to do it anymore.
There's this thing called buck fever, and it's
chase.
the realest shit ever. I didn't even know what it was until it happened to me, especially when that first buck, because that was going to be my first kill of a buck with a bow, and I was like, fuck. Like, you have to quiet yourself because your mind starts racing, you know what I mean? Your heart's fucking pounding. It's like that. You can see your movements. You have to be able to bring yourself back down again, recalculate everything, start looking for your, like, I know if he's close to this rock, I've already figured out how many yards I am for that rock or that tree or whatever. So I know as long as he's within this point, he's within my range that I've already sighted out to. Yeah. So, and all I'm waiting for is for him to turn broadside, preferably facing to my right.
Yeah.
Because those are the vitals right there.
Yeah.
And that's the shot that I took. And
I wish it around
fucking
here was
awesome.
more wooded so you could stop.
Yeah. That makes.
But it's so hard around
it's
here.
West Texas is really hard because where are you gonna hide? Everything and then I did try to do it without a blind my first few years doing it with the bow.
Hard.
And it was so fucking hard. It's because they all come in and there's like 10 of them or 15 of them. That means while a few of them aren't looking at you, there's other ones that are heads on the swivel looking around.
I think
and
they're
you've got to pick up
telepathic,
your
though.
bow and you've got to pull your bow back and they see those movements and that right there will spook them and they're gone.
That's the hardest shit when you're drawing and then they get up because they'll eat a little bit and then they'll get up. And I'm sitting there halfway through my bow and I'm like, fuck, this is like a 70-pound draw,
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, after they go
You're
back
like-
to looking down, I'm like almost there, and I see another one come up. I'm like, oh, you motherfucker.
Then you start shaking. You're like,
well, yeah. Before you get to that relief, man, you're holding 70 pounds.
Yeah.
You're just like
until the let off comes.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you get that let off, and then dude, that's the hardest part because then now you're tired.
You're tired.
You're sitting there trying to hold this fucking thing, and I'm in the habit because sometimes you don't get the perfect shot, So my first unperfect shot that I take, I'm done. I'm done for the season. I'm just like, I'm not about to put a broadhead.
It's heartbreaking almost.
Yeah, I'm not going to put another broadhead into another deer. And I'm like, it was such a fucking good shot, But then it's weird. It's because they're so instinctive.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as that arrow goes, there's a sound. And you see them twitch.
They dip down just a little bit. And you have to anticipate that dip in your shot. Because they're going to do it. Because their instinct is they're fixing a spring. So they dip down, and you have to anticipate that in your shot.
Which my hard shot always drop at about 3 inches. Mm-hmm. So as soon as you let it go, because everything makes a sound.
Yeah.
And as soon as you let that big, you hear the swap, of the arrow, and then they dip, and then get that perfect shot. Sometimes you don't, because sometimes you have them broadhead for some fucking reason. They decide to turn
Sometimes
around.
the movement, yeah.
And I'm just like, damn it, man.
Yeah. I've had 2 bad shots. And I never even found the deer, so I'm like, hopefully they made it out of it.
Oh, it's crazy when you sit there and you find out the statistic. There's half these fucking deers. Actually, it's a very good amount that walk around with this broadhead. The skin, the meat, just callus. It like creates this hard callus over the broadhead.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I shot a hog one time that came into my feeder, and I think he was keeping all the deer from coming in because he was making all the noise and everything coming in, eating up all the corn. I was like, this motherfucker, I'm gonna shoot him. And so I did. I took a good shot on him. Blew the fucking arrow right through him. Bleeding all over the fucking place. Never found him. And I mean, we went across several properties tracking the blood trail. And I was like, I give up. I don't know where he went.
We got to the point we couldn't cross any more fences.
We couldn't cross any more fences.
We're going to get in trouble if we go over there.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was a good ways. It had to be at least a quarter of a mile.
And he was bleeding. Like, I mean, just bleeding.
I like that. There's no way he could survive.
Yeah.
Dude, but those fucking hogs, they were something else.
Yeah, and I have been hog hunting. Yeah, I'll never forget. There was 3 of us. So we had a long gun and then we had a firearm. And so we're going. And at this point, I'm very green in the hunting period. Mm-hmm. But the other 2 were not. So we're moving in this V, kind of, here, moving, and I don't see anything, and then I see, I don't know how many, 6 or 7 small javelina, and then I'm like, oh, well that's cute, that's fun, and they're like, that's not cute, because they're in circles,
yes,
and so the mom, the dads are in circles. And they're like, it's like I need you to get your sidearm or whatever going. Yeah. So I shoulder the
rifle,
the long rifle, and I draw, and then we just see the buffalo grass start parting, and they start dogging us, just like,
oh damn.
And so we're just pop 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 pop, and we got fortunate, but it was like what's the movies where all the things happen, all the crashes and the near-death experience.
Final Destination?
Yes, it's like that. And I'm just assuming because it's just I can see them like right there.
Yeah.
Like they're coming and then like
wow,
and they're dead. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. If you do that, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, because it won't take them long. I've seen I've seen them eat carcasses.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they'll go to town, and it's not what you heard. Was it on Hannibal? I guess
they'll crack the bone.
Yeah.
And
they'll devour an entire fucking human in fucking no time. They'll eat that motherfucker.
Have you ever heard stories of farmers, even with domesticated hogs?
Mm-hmm. They fall.
If they fall in that pen,
they're done.
They're done.
Yeah.
The goddamn domesticated hog will still eat them.
Well, what do they say? Wow. If you like these domesticated hogs. If you ever let them out, they're literally within 6 weeks.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, within 6 weeks, they start reverting to feral.
Yeah.
Feral hogs. Their tusks will start growing. They'll grow
their hair. Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, in 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But that's another animal, though.
For sure.
So Big Spring, that's where mom and dad are, and they had a family that helped them, work for them or whatever, and they had hogs, and that happened. They got into he was in the pig pen to feed them, and I don't know what happened, but he tripped.
Oh shit!
And he tripped, and Mama came over and bit his tricep all the way off.
Oh shit!
It was a big. I don't know how big. I don't know if it was 200-300 pound mom or more. And the only way he survived is that he just tucked it in his belt and just climbed over the fence and just fell over. And the wife found him and got him into the ER.
Yeah,
but it was a crazy story because I was probably 10 years old when I heard that. I'm like,
I
I'm
would
a
say
city boy.
And it's funny because in Mexico, they walk around the village, and you come across them. So we used to jump on them motherfuckers and ride them, because they're these big fucking 350-pound hogs, big old motherfuckers. Probably, I want to say, maybe not the size of this table, but goddamn, at least 3/4
or more.
They weren't as as fat, but they're probably about half the table. Big. I'm talking about just these big, ugly looking
To
fucking
die
things.
as something's food.
Oh fuck that, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Hell no, man.
Yeah.
This thing,
Hell no.
the amount of food this thing would eat, right? And there were at least 8, 9 of them, maybe even 10, all at one time. Fuck, it wouldn't take nothing. You'd be gone before the day's end.
Yeah. You know what's wild is how smart they are.
Oh,
They're smart. Like, they learn. We set up a hog trap out there, and I feel like they came and they fucked with it a couple of times, and then they realized what it was. They never came back around it again.
yeah.
And then I've heard stories of some of them, one will get caught in a trap, and then you'll never see them hogs come back around to it again because they figured out, oh, that's a trap. And they just won't come back to it.
Or when they'll get the
that's
food
good.
from the
That's good.
outside, they'll move the cage.
Yeah, that too.
Really?
Yep.
That's what they did to ours, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, because it went to the side, you can see the snout was digging. Fuck yeah, but they moved that shit because we just left a pile of corn right inside, right in the middle.
Yeah.
And they literally nudged that cage out of the way.
Yeah.
To get the corn.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Next
dude,
level.
these fucking things are insane, man.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, they're delicious.
Yeah, they are.
They are. There's
so good.
Angry Cactus. You ever heard of Nilgai? I know you have. You ever heard of Nilgai antelope?
No,
It's an exotic antelope that they brought in from Africa or something.
India.
Is it India?
India.
And there's a bunch of them in South Texas. But Angry Cactus, they have them on their menu. And boy, they're good. Have you ever? I mean, it's good. If you ever
I'll
go
have
to
try that then.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
I know that he has it on. It's not on there all the time, but I know it's on there right now because we were just there last night. Actually, it's on the menu.
Okay. Nilgai.
Nilgai antelope.
I wish there were more places. I wish this dude that I know would open up that fucking restaurant here. He wants to open up a steakhouse here,
Okay.
and he's from Dallas, so
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay.
So he wants to partner up with some fucking, I don't know, whatever chef he is.
Yeah.
But he wants to open a steakhouse, and I'm like, you're gonna open up, serve some good shit or what?
I hope so.
I want some exotic
Yeah.
shit.
San Angelo
sounds good.
is
Fuck, yeah.
missing a good
A good
steakhouse.
steakhouse.
We don't have. I mean, there's chain steakhouses here, but a real, like one that people come, like specifically here to go to, like what's the one in Buffalo Gap? What's that one called?
Perini's.
Perini's.
Yeah.
Something on that level.
Yeah.
In San Angelo would be badass.
Whatever happened? Is it on Two Wig? There's those houses right between.
Yes. I saw that too. Is that open now?
It's not open yet.
Okay.
But I haven't
That was
seen
going to
any.
be a steakhouse, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen any work being done. So I don't know if they are still going along with it.
I went by there 2 weeks ago, last week, and I wanted the same thing. I was curious if that was
because dude,
that thing.
Yeah, that would be so good, man.
Yeah.
Just to have a good quality steak. Just and of course, like Neil Guy, some fucking antelope, elk. So okay, I'm kind of salivating on the mouth just thinking about it.
That sounds
Twisted
amazing.
Root had a burger. It was an elk burger, and they only do it every so often too. Like it's only it's like a seasonal
But
thing.
how do you get around that? Because I know there's a guy in Austin that serves. He has a hog on the menu.
So you can do that. It just can't be domestic. So it can't be whitetail. You can't sell whitetail meat. If it's exotic,
You can sell.
sell it.
I always wondered that.
Interesting.
How you get how they
So
got around that?
Yeah, it can't be like a domestic animal. So like quail, when you go to a restaurant that has quail,
Yeah.
those aren't
from here.
Those aren't native. Those are usually imported quail.
Yeah, they're not with the blue quail or the bob whites.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't the people that raise quail too, like the quail eggs and stuff like that. They bring those.
I worked
from
for a plumber for
Okay.
A1. I worked for A1 Plumbing years ago, and he had a shed in the back, and he imported quail eggs from Japan, and he had incubators, and then he had stages. Like there was a different room for a different stage inside this shed, all the way into he would butcher them and put them in vacuum sealed bags and freeze them.
Yeah, but it's crazy. You would think, why can't you do that here, like the catfish here? Like literally, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't know this, right? But a lot of the restaurants in San Angelo, when you go to eat catfish, you're not eating you're not eating what you would call a catfish. The fish is called the pingasis.
I did not fucking know that. You just blew my mind.
Yeah,
There you go.
I didn't know either.
Today, years old.
It's a I guess you say it's a subspecies of catfish that come from China. They come from
What?
China and Japan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Japan?
Yeah, because no, maybe not Japan.
Come on.
There's a river, whatever. I think it might be China.
The Yellow River.
Wherever it's come from.
There is a river called Yellow River.
the Yellow River. So they get a lot of that catfish that comes from overseas.
That's fucking nuts. I did not know that. I thought.
Yeah, same. I'm thinking it's like the stream down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
No,
There's a place in Brady
cheaper.
called Brady Creek. Brady Creek Barbecue, and they have fucking badass catfish.
Yeah.
I always thought that's where the catfish came from.
It may be catfish, but the majority of the people around here, because the pingasis, it's just like catfish, right? But it's cheaper because
Motherfuckers.
those vacuum seal that shit.
I'm with him, the bastards.
Yeah, no, I understand. When I found that out, I was like, wait, what?
Fucking
So I'm
China,
like,
man.
yeah, bro, they're in everything.
That ain't
They're in
no
everything.
shit.
So
Yeah.
it won't be long. They'll start making IPAs and fucking all kinds.
Oh, man.
They'll be in every facet of our economy.
You're
So
damn near there, man.
Yeah,
That's
it'll be a
crazy.
CPA, a China Pale Ale.
yeah, I'm just gonna fucking cover with MSGs and all
Yeah.
kinds of shit. Either way, it'd still be good, just like the broccoli beef.
Don't let their property be.
Damn it.
It may not be beef, but whatever the fuck it is, it's delicious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is it? At HEB they have. It's rice, but it's like made out of cauliflower
Cauliflower rice.
That's actually pretty good. I
I do
can dig
agree.
that. That's good stuff.
Why
But
not?
that's crazy. Cauliflower rice, and then they have cauliflower buffalo wings.
Oh,
Have you
Not
seen
had
that?
No, I have not seen that.
And they're
I've seen
actually
the
pretty good.
rice, yes.
we had a Christmas party 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And one of my wife's friend Melissa, right, brought this stuff over, and only because Miller at the time was vegan,
Okay.
you know. So I'm like, all right, so
Miller, the haircut.
yeah, the guy does a
Okay, yeah.
So he was vegan at the time. He's not anymore, thank God. So they brought over some fucking cauliflower buffalo wings, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck, man? I was like, I'm not gonna eat that shit, you know. Well, I did. I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a shot. My God, dude, I was like, I'm coming back for seconds. I'm coming back for thirds. Oh, that shit was bomb. It was bomb. It tasted just like fucking.
Really, I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah, it was so
It's crazy.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was cauliflower, but I'm like, you're biting into it like it's a fucking,
Chicken.
like it's chicken.
Chicken wing, huh?
It is.
I gotta
It was
try
so
that.
good. God,
Yeah.
it was. I don't know who. I'll find out who made it.
Yeah, please.
'Cause,
That's interesting.
Man,
It's pretty good.
I was
huh?
blew my mind. Blew my mind.
That sounds amazing. I'm hungry. That sounds great. Sounds so good.
Yeah, if we can, I mean, he'll be down next week, man. So I'm gonna talk to him. I was like, so whatever happened with that restaurant? Because he was looking for a building,
Yeah.
and we could never find him one that he was up to par. He
okay.
needed something big. He needed something. I was like, you find something, man.
I feel like he didn't. He has a different view because he's from Dallas and he's like a world traveler type person. Like he's got the money to do that. I feel like he didn't realize that San Angelo has a restaurant scene already. I think he was looking at it like he looks at these corporate places and maybe there was one local place mixed in with the corporate places, and he didn't know that there's like a whole other group of.
I'll give you that
stuff downtown.
because
You know what I mean?
He was all like, "Have you been to the grill?" And I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Yeah, it's amazing food there and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's good."
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say it's the best in San Angelo, but it's good.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, he was going to partner up with that guy and stuff like that." And I'm like, "Well," he's like, is there anything like any buildings or some shit like that around San Angelo? I was like, yeah, man, have you been to 01? Have you been to Angry Cactus? He's like, where's that?
What?
I was like, wait, you haven't been downtown? I was like, I'll take you some good spots, man, if you want to, at least what you would consider, the type of restaurant you want to open.
Yeah. Plenty of spots open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was like, there's like the Wharf, which is not bad. Mm-hmm. There was another I was like, you got some stuff out in Wall that's decent. They got Road Kitchen. You got the Granary.
Yeah.
So you take your pick. And he's like, I had no idea it was anything like that. And I'm like, yeah. It's a whole fucking.
That's what I was thinking about him. It's like,
I was like, you got to get off the loop, bro.
He hasn't had it. Exactly. You got to get off the loop, man. Yeah.
So I know he's partnered up with I can't remember the name. There's 2 restaurants that
I was really surprised he even decided to partner up with anybody because he doesn't have to.
No, he don't have, but he don't know how to cook either.
Okay.
Yeah, he just he's like, it's just funny. You want to hear a funny story? He met these girls, right, when he was in this
He's a passport bro.
Yeah, he's a passport bro now, right? So he met these girls. They're models. I don't know what agency, whatever. He goes, man, Oscar, if I were to tell you 10s, these bitches are 12s. They're hot, fucking hot and young. And I'm like, okay. So I was like, that must be good for you. Anyways, he met him there, and he took him on this because he was doing this trip around Europe, right, with Petro Benelli.
He's what, 70, 65?
75, something like that. Yeah, he's in the 70s, and he's doing this factory thing with Petro Benelli, and they're going doing all factories, showing them all the shit. And if you can look him up, he's on this guy Petro gave him a fucking elephant gun.
Oh my God!
To shoot for the cover, or shoot elephants for the cover of National Geographic.
Holy cow!
I'll show you the cover.
So they're doing this whole thing, right? So he meets these 10 girls. He gives me the long story, right? So he's taking them on. He's like taking them to France, taking them to Italy. He's just come on with me. I'll cover the tab.
Yeah,
sure. So he's doing this whole fucking trip, and he goes, Oscar, they don't like to go out and eat. They don't like to go out and eat. He goes, what they wanted to do was go to the grocery store, get their food, bring it back, and they would cook for me. And he's like, I'm 75 years old. I've never been with a woman that cooks. I was like, what? But then you get I would say, I guess the type of people that we hang around in Dallas, because he lived in Highland Park area.
Yeah.
So
this was the cover picture for National Geographic. This is his trophy room.
Yeah.
It's mid.
What did Ace Ventura say? Lovely house of death you have here.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
It's fucking wild.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So
look at there's
that pillar,
tusk.
Right? Okay.
Holy cow.
There's the fireplace behind him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Behind that fireplace is a wall. And on that wall hangs 200 tusks.
200?
200 tusks.
Holy shit balls.
The floor that he sits on, that marble comes from a lake that's no longer accessible because in China, it's under 200 foot of water now. They made a man-made lake.
Oh my God, it's like Jumanji.
Yeah, no shit.
It's fucking wild, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
My God, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But the thing that really gets me is the giraffe.
Yeah, I think, and all that shit took years to accrue, man, because it sits in customs for years before you can get it out.
Yeah, especially those elephant tusks, because they have to register them, and if they have the right to come to your house anytime they fucking want and ask you where that fucking tusk is, and you better fucking show them where it's at or tell them exactly if you let somebody borrow it or some shit.
Yeah, everything's got to be fucking tagged and noted for it.
Golly.
But it is insane.
What's crazy is he's not even the richest person in his own neighborhood.
No, fuck no.
Like, what the fuck?
See, he doesn't live in that house anymore. He built a new house out towards east of Dallas in a whole another subdivision, right? So I went to go visit him one time, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, damn, this is a big fucking house you got here. This is stupid big. So anyways, I was like, hey, I think I went to go pick up some shit for a pump, which he had these little tungsten carbide bits. And I was just happened to be in the area, So I told my wife, I was like, hey, make a left right here. Let's check out this neighborhood. So I'll make a left, and I come up to this fucking big fucking gate. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. It's like way back in there. So I'm like, well, all right. I got on the map, and I'm like, how do we get back to the main road? So I was like, make a fucking right? So I make a right, and I'm sitting there. I'm going along this fucking house, and it's literally like 3 fucking blocks long. And I'm like, this isn't a house. I mean, it's fucking nice. I mean, if it's a commercial building, it's a nice fucking commercial building. And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, fuck, this thing is stupid big. We kind of came off like a little bit, and the house kind of split just a little bit, and you look at it, it was fucking immaculate. Ross Perot's house.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
And I'm like, whoa. I was like, this is fucking crazy, right? So we go back around, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, I was like, it's too far to go that way, to get back to the fucking highways. Let's just go back the way we came. So we go back the way we came, and I see, and I was like, I wonder, my wife, of course, she's curious, and he's like, I wonder who lives there. Yeah, man, I could have picked up a rock and threw it in Mark Cuban's front yard.
Oh, it was that neighborhood.
It was that neighborhood.
And
I'm like, well, I was blown away. I was like, what the fuck? People, this is too, I mean, I hate to sound this way, but I'm like, this is too much for one person.
Yeah.
You're taking up too much real estate. And I'm like, but then again, I'm like, who am I to tell somebody else how to spend their money?
I mean, if you got the money, the best thing for you to invest it in is real estate.
Yeah, and they do. Fuck.
It usually is.
He's got maybe it's 2 million acres leased up in Botswana.
Fucking shit.
2 million acres. Oh gosh.
And I'm like, dude, how do you have time for any of this?
Doesn't.
Yeah.
Pays people. Yeah. Wow.
And I'm like, he's got 200 employees, and he's like, Oscar, I pay them more than what's around the region because I want them to take care of my stuff. He goes, but this is all through negotiations. But what it cost me to have, maybe it's not 200, maybe it's less. But he's like, I can literally, because what I'm paying a fraction of the guys here, I can have literally quadruple the people working there.
Oh wow.
I'm like, and that's me I'm paying them more, so they want to come to work.
Sure.
And I'm like, dude, this is fucking mind blowing, man.
Yeah.
But he's like, hey, you want to come check out my fucking? Well, I was like, yeah, man, that'd be cool as fuck. He's like, yeah, I'll just make it to Botswana, and I'll pick you up from there, and I'll show you around.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Let me see how much that costs. And then you hear the stories that you hear fucking of people being kidnapped in Botswana.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, well, you get to fight fucking private when you get there. And I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Next thing you know, I'm calling you for fucking ransom. Please pay them. please pay them. I want to go home.
Yeah. Pretty please.
Yeah.
But it's just fucking insane. Like this little bit that I've been exposed to, man. I'm just like, dude, people, this is a whole nother.
Oh, it's a different world.
Yeah, it's a fucking completely different world.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I'm over here. Oh, I don't want to spend this. I don't want to spend $200 because that's kind of expensive, And he's just like throwing that shit away for $1 million. Yeah, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I've seen. It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I've met people that are fucking 50 years old, never worked a day in their life. They didn't have to.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, must be nice.
Shit, I didn't tell me about it.
Nice.
Before this fool's dad died, because I knew his dad. His dad was cool as shit, man. He's like, because he would talk shit about his son.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, before I die, this motherfucker's going to learn how to earn a penny. And boy, right now, the tightest motherfucker I've ever met. He's so afraid to go. I mean, he's not poor, but he's so afraid to go broke.
He don't want to have the fucking work. That's why. He's like, fuck that.
He didn't know how much money costs. And he's like, dude,
Yeah.
he'll negotiate. He'll hire you to come work. You'll bring him the invoice, and goddamn, he'll haggle you with a fucking invoice. And I'm like, bro, you hired me. You know how much my hours are.
We came into this already.
You already knew this, and now you want to fucking haggle with me over paying the fucking.
I'd struggle with that.
Do you?
I would. I mean, if I gave a price and he's haggling or whoever, I'd be like,
I stopped working for the guy. I was like, I can't do it with you, man.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
It got to the point where he did call us one time, and I think you were working for me. He's like, hey, I need a crew or whatever. I was like, that's fine, but I'm going to need to get paid in advance before I even hit you up.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow, why should I have to pay you? I was like, look, this is the only way I'm going to come work for you. I was like, there's a reason you're calling me because no one else wants to come work for you.
Yeah. Yep.
I've already told you to go fuck yourself. And it's like, I know why you're calling, so you're going to have to pay me in advance.
Yep.
And you get I'm going to charge you for 12 hours. And we're going to be out there 12 hours. You know, he's going to come back and be back at the yard in 12 hours.
Yeah.
So I need you to know this is what I'm charging.
Yeah.
But he didn't hire me. He told me to go fuck myself. I was like, dude, it's
better
either
for
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better for you.
I was like, I'm not about to do this, man.
Yeah, because it was a bunch of bullshit too on top of that. Because it wasn't just going and do the job. It was like, you had to deal with his ass too on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Well, he'd be sitting there micromanaging, and I kind of had a problem because you told me you don't micromanage, and I had a huge problem with micromanaging.
Oh, for sure.
And I was just like, God damn it, man. I couldn't expand my business because I was like, it's too much. I can't handle all of it.
Yeah.
I was fucking stressing myself out and shit. I lost all my fucking hair.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I'm like, I just wish I could do it, man. I see, and then I see crews now, and I'm like, dude, where's all the good guys at, man?
Yeah.
I'm like, these guys, you have to hold their hands every time you do it. And I was so worried to let them go because of that.
Yeah.
You know, but that's all you get. That's all you get nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk shit about all of them because I mean they're new.
You have few and far between that know what the fuck they're doing, or they are willing to learn. Because a lot of them, they just don't give a fuck. Yeah.
When you first opened up,
did
you have a fast turnaround?
I didn't. I was very fortunate.
Oh man,
I was in that business for years. We had a great staff.
Okay.
It wasn't until of late it's become more transitory, where it's been much more difficult to keep.
Yeah. God, it's so fucking hard, man.
It is. It's next level.
Yes. Mm-hmm. The patience you got to put up with, people shit.
And West Texas, because of oil and gas or whatever, it is so much harder to find, to keep.
You got to compete with the wages of the oil field, man. Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Much different than if you go East Coast. If you go East Texas, even where you have college towns and so forth, where you have where you don't have the oil and gas, and I
remember when I was working for the drilling rigs, and we were over in Midland, Odessa area, and it was booming. And you would walk into a Walmart, and it was like, God damn, why don't they fucking stock the shelves? Like shit would just be in boxes along the aisles. Because they couldn't fucking pay nobody to fucking do it. Everybody was working in the fucking oil field, and then you'd go to like McDonald's, and McDonald's is like hiring $18 an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. $18 an hour to work at McDonald's because they had to. There was no way that they can get anybody back there to work for anything less because people can just jump on an oil company. Right. You know what I mean? And that was the way it was. I remember back at that time, there was people coming in from all over the country. There was no hotels. There was no apartments available. They were camping out on the side of the road. People in tents on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I do remember that.
I saw one article that 67 from here to Big Lake was the most dangerous highway in the U.S.
That was scary as fuck, man.
And,
people were going 85. It's like starting at 85. And then it would just go off from there, and people trying to pass each other, and then boom.
Every week, man, there was a fucking death on that highway. Mm-hmm. Every fucking week.
That was scary.
And then I was like, fucking Big Lake's an hour away.
Yeah.
And it takes you 4 hours to get there.
Yeah.
During those hours. I was like, this is getting fucking ridiculous.
Between Rankin and Midland on the Rankin Highway, it was like that too. Because we were drilling along that highway, and I remember at that time I was working nights, so we'd get off and we'd go, let's run into Midland, go to IHOP and get breakfast, and then come back and we'll crash out.
We're going to Ojos Locos in the strip club.
Sometimes. No, actually, Ojos Locos wasn't around.
Oh, my bad.
Jaguars was.
Jaguars.
But we'd go to fucking IHOP, and then I remember coming back on our way back, we would get stopped. And they were like, hey, we got to send y'all back the other direction around, but my rig is right there. And they're like, sorry, you've got to go all the way back. We'd have to go all the way back down towards Midkiv, come all the way back down towards Big Lake, come back up to Rankin, and then come back up the highway.
Fuck that.
And come to find out, several different times, it was because there was bad car accidents and people died, and they were having to airlift people out of there, and like it was just all fucked up. But that was like a lot of that happened on that highway. Yeah. That highway was so fucked up. It was a 2-lane highway. It was 80 miles an hour. It was curvy and it was hilly.
Yeah.
And there was there was potholes all over that fucking highway, and there was nothing but 18-wheeler traffic, and then you would get like work trucks trying to pass them.
Yeah.
And you're always on a curve or you're going over a hill that you can't see, and then boom.
The amount of fucking vehicles that I would see, especially because they were all sand haulers in the fucking car.
Oh yeah, right underneath it.
I saw so many of those, man. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Ain't no one's paying attention.
Yeah.
No.
But I'm just like, yeah. Literally, the all you could see was maybe a piece of the back door.
Yeah.
And the trunk. That's it. The whole fucking car just buried in that.
I saw one. It happened in front of me, but it happened a little bit further down the road. But I saw the whole fucking thing happen. There was a car in front of me. They weren't paying attention. They were probably on their phone or something. And the 18-wheeler decided he needed to make that left into a lease road. And so he swings. He's coming opposite of us, and he makes that turn. And this car's not paying attention. They catch the end of that trailer, and they hit it, and that car just obliterates, man. I mean, just.
I think during that time, though,
it's crazy.
During that time, the biggest problem on the highway was those fucking sand haulers and the water haulers.
The water haulers.
Because it's the sand haulers were running on ticket time.
Yeah.
Which they didn't give a fuck if they could make the run shorter, get your sand as quicker.
Yeah.
They would get paid for the same fucking amount. So they would leave there, haul ass back to the sand plant, and they'd make fucking. Even in the
the water haulers were going on per load. So as many loads as they can get in 24 hours.
Yeah, after they were getting paid.
They would go 24 hours. So I think they ended up making that illegal. But some of them don't give a fuck. They still do it.
You would see those sand haulers, man, take the bar ditch. 80 miles an hour. They would literally come up like that and take the bar ditch and go around all the fucking traffic. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like this, they didn't give a shit.
No.
It wasn't their truck to begin with. Then they're getting paid ticket time. Mm-hmm. I mean, them fucking payrolls, man, were like $8,000-$9,000 every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Making stupid amount of money. And that's probably on the low end.
Yeah.
Because they were making an obscene amount of money.
Oh, yeah. Especially when it was booming like that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's whenever the price of oil was like, what, $100 and something a barrel?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy, man. Crazy.
You never
worked 0809? I did.
You did.
I did, but for a short stint.
Oh.
I was in 2014. I worked completions for a year.
Oh,
and
shit.
then I did numbers. I was a numbers guy.
Okay.
But I wanted to know what I was doing numbers for. So I was on a group doing frack. So I was in a data van. I was doing sand. I was out, doing
Yeah.
You were out there then.
Yeah.
God damn. You know anybody who does funding? Because, boy, I got some wells that I want to drill. And I know I'll make a fucking ton.
Oh.
Just need some backing?
Yeah, that's it.
That's the thing, though.
Have
you talked to a bank? Banks are down.
Oh, yeah, they're down.
Banks are down for it. But you got to come up with the... Well, no, you just have to show them... You just have to show them the... This is a proven field, though.
Mm-hmm, it's proven.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of like...
Yeah.
There's money to be made.
Give me 3 weeks, I'll have this bitch pumping, and fuck, I know for a fact, fucking 70, 80 barrels a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about too.
Fact.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting the money to do it.
Yeah,
that's the only problem.
I had that bitch. I mean, if let's say $500,000, I have that bitch paid off before the year's over.
Yeah. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. 78. Yeah, a day.
And the rest of it, I'm just like, all right, now I can rest easy. I thought about I was like, you know what? I got a lot of equity in my house. A lot.
It's scary, though.
It is scary.
It is, yeah.
But I'm like, man, maybe I'll just, if I can get a hold of someone else's money.
That's what everybody else does, though. That's
always.
what everybody else does.
I don't even know where to go.
That's what your boy did. That's how he got going.
Oh, yeah. But he's got some fucking billionaire money up in Canada.
Yeah.
Whoever this guy is. I mean, they made this huge deal to buy this fucking lease. He's like, he didn't even look at the paperwork. He just signed it. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm not even a blip of it. This guy right here.
Oh, the guy we were showing you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one that said that his buddy, because I'm not even a blip on his radar.
Yeah, not me. He's not pointing at me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If not, I'd be going to Abraham. Abraham, you lying son of a bitch. You made me pay this. But maybe someday, it's just because I've really been, I'm kind of trying to figure out my 40s where I'm like, look, man, I can't do this. I can't do what I'm doing now forever. And I kind of want to live it a little bit easy. It's not going to be much easier, but I need to be more conscious of the fact that, my back's not going to be the same. I'm not getting any younger.
Exactly. Yeah.
And, man, because, COVID scared the fuck out of me.
Oh, yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
Me too.
And when I got out of that bullshit, I'm like, dude, I'm in my 40s. And I was like, I didn't plan for retirement. I didn't plan to. Mm-hmm. I thought I would live forever, but fuck, you get this wake-up call one day and just like, oh, shit, I'm just a fucking weak meat suit.
Yep.
They can go at any time. What are my kids going to do? What are my wife going to do, you know? So,
you got things to think about.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. So, I'll win the lottery.
Gosh.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Shit.
What you think, man? I think we got some good.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, man.
Thank you. It
Hey,
was
man.
wonderful.
You know, I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, I did. It was lovely. It'll be lovely.
You know, I was like, oh, what the fuck are we going to talk about?
That's what we always say.
So I always say, and then I'm fucking.
We figure it out. We always figure it out.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I guess we'll see you on the next one. Zach,
Sounds great. Hey, thank y'all so much.
Oh, no, thank you for coming on.
Do you got any plugs or anything? Do you got, anybody to reach you or find you, like, for Redemption or for the, well, of course, everybody knows Marshall Parts downtown San Angelo on Concho Street, but.
So on RJJ, it's right behind Whiskey River. So if you have an interest, again, male or female, young or old, we're there. We're here.
Okay.
We're here for San Angelo. We're we have 18 coaches, and so we're all
wow.
Yeah, we're all homegrown, so we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
We're here.
Yeah, that's badass, man.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I need an ego check.
Yeah, there we go.
Do y'all have like an open mat night?
We do. So we have open mats Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So on Fridays it's in the evenings. On Saturday it is I think it's at 12, and then Sundays at 2 p.m. But again, if you start, you have a 1 week free to try us out. We have morning classes Monday through Friday. We have lunch classes, which I teach most of them, and then we have evening classes.
Okay.
We have kids classes. We have a lot. We have a large populace of kids, which
That's good,
I
though.
think goes with without saying. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, man.
Well, shit, man. There you go. Check
There you
it
go.
out.
Oscar. Show up at open mic.
I'll
Or
be
open
like,
mat
oh, they're
night.
going to kick my ass.
Yeah.
Zach asked all my guests, man, to sign us out and give us a what it do.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I asked all our guests, before we sign out, just to give us a good old what it do.
Yeah, what it do is great. It's fantastic. I love being here. Thank
What
you all
it-
so much.
Fuck yeah.
That was so good. So good.
What it do, baby?
What it do?
Yeah, what it do? Oh,